I love going on adamandeve.com and getting new things to spice up my sex life in the bedroom. Ignite your Valentine's Day this year with adamandeve.com. How are you planning to spice things up in the bedroom this Valentine's season? Check this out. When you go to adamandeve.com and select almost any item, you'll get 50% off. But that's not all. When you select your one item, it will also get free shipping. So head on over to adamandeve.com and be sure to use offer code TANA. Again, that's TANA, Tana. That's Tana at adamandeve.com. Have a happy, sexy, slutty Valentine's Day. Thank you, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring today's podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. I love Squarespace because you don't have to be a website designer to make an awesome-looking website. It's so easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Get started with one of our professional website templates with designs for every category and use case. Then customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your unique needs. You can make any Squarespace template do what you want so your idea or brand or business stands out online on every device. Sell your products on an online store. Whether you sell physical, digital, or service products, Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling online. Easily sell custom merch and create a passive income stream that engages your audience and scales your brand. Design your products, and production, inventory, and shipping are handled for you, saving time and money. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/canceled to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's episode of Cancelled. DraftKings Casino is bringing you only the best. Classics like blackjack, roulette, and slots, plus exclusive games you won't find anywhere else. I love DraftKings because I don't need to go all the way to Vegas to play some blackjack. Download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code CANCELLED. New players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code CANCELLED, only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per new customer. Must opt in and make minimum $5 deposit within 7 days, 168 hours of registering new account. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days, 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/new player offer 2024.
Hello and welcome back to the Cancelled podcast. Hannah Berner is here.
I love coming here on your little frat couch.
Oh, this couch has seen so much,
I was
Hannah.
just telling her she has like kind of sway boy energy about like with this house where it's kind of like
Lazy boy.
We asked her, me and Trevor were like, how many bedrooms does it have? And she goes, we were like, what do you mean?
She sleeps right here.
I have
but just
many
like
a time.
This is a better sleep than most beds. I'll tell you that right now.
It is. It's
breeze.
a good sleeper couch. It's definitely seen its day. Yeah. I saw photos of this house the other day. Like I was looking at it on Zillow, and I was looking at like the stage.
As one does.
I don't know. I'm in a weird Zillow obsession.
I fucking love Zillow. Fuck TikTok. Zillow is my
Pornhub,
shit.
dude.
Zillow
Yes.
is manifestation. I go on there just to like look at what I hopefully can buy.
Zillow
eventually.
and Pet Finder. I'm scrolling
Absolutely.
all day long, and I'm waiting for one
Absolutely.
to speak to me. I'm not kidding. That's how I found Murphy. I was on there, and one day I saw her, and I was like, "That's my cat. That's my cat." And I literally sent so many additional emails. Like I applied for her, but then I sent like email after email to Sue. Okay, I was like, "Sue, this is my cat. Please, I swear to God, I will do anything for this cat."
And you got Mark.
And I got her, and she said, "You know what?" She said, I was almost going to keep her, but she was like, you were so persistent.
a manifestation queen.
I've been doing that with like houses in Arlington, Texas on Zillow. I don't know what the I didn't go to bed
I
until 4
get
a.m.
that.
last night. I was in Arlington, Texas.
And then you
mentally.
start fighting with your friend, like if it's a good enough house for you, and it's like this is $5 million. But I
don't like what they did with the drapes here. Like
I love when it's $8 million and you're like, I can't do that kitchen.
Not
no.
for me. No.
Sometimes rich people are just the worst. I think if you are always looking at inspirational things, like it does become your reality.
I swear that's manifestation for me. I like literally same thing with I feel that way about spending money. Like if I spend money like that I don't necessarily have. It's like inviting new money in.
Oh, whoa.
I
Honestly,
heard that's money manifestation.
It
That's
is
the most LA shit I've
like
ever
because
heard.
because I'm behaving like a rich person when I'm not, and then I'm like, okay, well, any day now.
I think I do that, but I'm definitely going to end up in a tent.
I
It's
think you
so
can.
easy to go bankrupt.
It really, no one talks
People
about
don't
that
talk about enough.
at all.
People don't.
I don't
I
even want to think about it, to be honest.
I could see that happening
I'd
to
like
me.
to get rich before
But I
losing
think
it
it'd be
all.
I feel like
motivation.
going bankrupt is iconic because it means that you were rich.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I have to even. That's not my struggle
It's not my journey.
yet. But the more I spend,
Can we just like suck the fart out of your ass for 2.2 seconds?
I literally just farted, which is crazy.
that's.
Oh my
I
God,
love
I
that.
love-
You're so comfortable around us.
Thank you.
I also just love
best friends.
normalizing talking about farting and just farting and stuff. And I think that is what I love about you.
That's intimacy, like looking a girl in the eye and being like, I just
fucking
farted. And
right.
then she goes, thank you. And then that's girlhood. And we're
love it.
together.
This is beautiful.
I just farted on your beautiful couch because I feel comfortable here. I feel
I'm
safe.
not kidding. I could start crying. Listen, that's the most beautiful thing anyone's ever said.
She goes, that's the nicest thing
Ever.
I wish my mom said that to me once.
Never did. Definitely.
At all.
At all. But this is the third podcast you were going on today.
No.
Four.
Fourth?
Fourth.
What was the fourth one? Which one are we missing?
I did hot takes earlier. It's like about Reddit. Am I the asshole? And we go through our people assholes on Reddit.
I love Am I the Asshole on Reddit.
It's like a subreddit. I'm not allowed on Reddit, but
Me
she
either.
reads it to me, and then I give opinions.
I need like serious parental controls, especially on the tour. I think I'm gonna need like I don't know how to regulate that though.
It's a drug, and you have to
It's
get
crack,
off it.
and I'm predisposed.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not allowed.
She's in the rabbit hole. You've been lately, I feel like this might be the height of your Reddit.
I had like a full blown like shameless relapse where I'm just like I'm not even pretending I'm not on it, and I'm commenting back to people.
Her account is like, okay, job, something, something, and she comments back. She comments back.
She signs it Brooke XO.
No,
everything she says.
Well, they know.
I think that to an extent it can be a tool. I just get worried about getting lost in the
Sauce.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I keep telling myself too I'm gonna stop talking about it, and I like for some reason it's just always at the top of my brain.
Because you do feel alive, but then you also want to die.
Yeah.
It's so that's
Which
the
is
crack
kinda-
of it all.
really
It's like
wanna
it makes
die.
you feel really good sometimes, and then it ruins your life. Yeah, for sure. But anyway,
I think I also just am really bad about like seeing so much misinformation. Like I would go down the rabbit hole of wanting to like I got on Reddit the other day and I was just like, this isn't true, this isn't true, this isn't true. And then it's like, and the way people perceive our relationship is
Yeah.
insane. They think we are not friends, that we hate each other, that and like what or like one little thing where it's like, I can't believe they so and so did this to so and so. And it's like, dude, like
it's really scary. I made a TikTok about this last night, but I'm having like a true identity crisis about it because I know for a fact I'm perceived in a way that it's like literally imaginary, not real. Like the
Same.
whole like clean girl, like responsible. I'm like nobody who knows me thinks that about me.
I wish.
So I'm starting to
people
feel
thought
like
that about me.
weird about
I also just
everything.
it's like you and I became best friends before the podcast
Yeah.
ever happened.
Yeah, we don't
And-
hate each other.
And for me, no,
Did
but
I?
not even just that. It's like for us to become best friends off camera, we've got to be a little bit alike. Like
Yeah.
we've got to have common interests. We've got like you got to be down with more of the shit.
Also,
that-
you
I was
post
snorting. No, I'm just kidding.
But you
No.
post these raw YouTube videos. Like it's two people who don't fuck with each other. You can't make it through an hour. Like at some point, you could tell that person's like, oh my. Also, if you're not fighting at all, you're fucking fake.
100%.
You're if you're not calling a person out, you're fucking
Yeah,
fake.
you're not close enough.
But yeah, you
Boring.
guys have amazing chemistry.
Do people accuse you and Paige of hating each other ever? No, well, you guys like
Well-
really don't
well,
have the
Paige
same
and I had a
dynamic as
moment
us.
on reality TV where like the storylines looked like we weren't there, whatever. But part of friendships is like you have moments where the friendship gets tested, and then you see like how like I think you guys are stronger because you fight, and then you get over it.
Yeah, we keep leveling up a bit.
Honestly,
it's-
every fight has brought us like up
Yeah.
like a level
'Cause
in
female-
closeness and so much shit.
Yeah, female friendship's so great because I mean you can fuck each other, but like you don't want to fuck each other, and you're choosing to hang out. That's the ultimate compliment.
That's so true.
That is
Right?
true.
We could fuck.
You could,
But we don't.
But you'd
Maybe,
rather
maybe
just-
if tour gets really boring.
I'm
Tour
so
life.
I'm so down for like a Cincinnati scissor.
Are you guys gonna fuck
Scissored
on
in
the road?
Cincinnati. We were just talking about this. She was saying because she's bringing her boyfriend, and
Maybe.
I personally don't
For a little
have
bit.
one.
We're bringing
So,
Murphy.
I'm recruiting.
I kind of love a different guy in each state, different area code you go on a date with.
I don't know. I've had
I would love
I don't know
to
about
see you
that
hinge it
vibe
up.
for me.
Hinge it up on the road. Do you bring your husband when you tour?
Do you bring a
touring?
husband? Sounds so. Do you bring a husband?
It's so funny. We were talking
formal,
about this.
Weird.
We
It's
were talking
off-brand.
about this the other day. That like, what did you say exactly to her?
Well, just the fact that like you have a husband, but really like no one ever talks about it.
Paige was like, "You don't have a husband. We just
And
don't."
you like hate it. Like someone's like your husband. You're like, ew. Why would you
Like,
say that?
because like I see you talk about things and you'll be like, when a guy does this, and I forget like you're fully just like actually married.
Because I was 29, single, pre-COVID, doing all my like dating jokes.
You're not
like
29 right now.
I mean, mentally, I am. But then
So, yeah.
COVID hit, and I got married. I got engaged so quick. It all happened so quick that I was like my own messy self who happened to be married. But the truth is, you're just the same person. You just have like a legal document.
yeah, and you still have all the same like. I think it's fun because you still have all the fun dating stories and stuff.
Also, I want to live vicariously through girls still dating. And also, people think because I'm married, I know shit. And I'm like, I don't know.
I do think you know shit.
I'm like, let me
sure.
explain love. Like, this is
Yeah.
the rules. I don't know shit.
I think you.
I
do,
think you
though.
did the right thing with an older man too. I think that's my vibes right now.
Yeah, he's exhausted. He's so tired. The life in his eyes is just like draining. And
You
I'm
said
like,
this to me the other day, like it's something like that, and there was like joy in your eyes, and I was like, "She's a fucking murderer."
like, you think we're getting into fights? He gets tired 2 minutes in. He's like, whatever you want.
Oh my
That's
god!
so
See,
slay.
that's smart. God, you're
Yeah,
brilliant.
my boyfriend is like so agile. I'm like that. That's not the vibes. Like,
He also,
I think that's me at this point. I'm like, whatever you want.
you live so many lives. You're like, look, mama needs to work. Okay, whatever you need, just talk to my people. Let's set it up.
I'm not kidding. That's actually the dynamic I think of mine and Mako's relationship.
I like
That's hilarious.
you kind of gave me like cigarette mom. You know when they were like doing the thing on TikTok about like cigarette moms.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be a cigarette mom?
Absolutely. Even if I don't have the cigarette, I'm gonna have the thin brows and just disdain
Hell yeah.
on lock for sure. Do you want kids?
I'm honestly not sure because I realized that like you don't have to have kids.
Yeah,
I feel that.
you really don't. Like,
And
Dolly
that's a
Parton doesn't
crazy
have kids.
realization. And
I
Dolly
don't know why
Parton,
that came to me.
and Dolly Parton is like my religion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. That's why I
So
got my
it's
cat.
like, and she has a great relationship, very happy.
I know, and
Yeah.
Quiet, another one where she is like she's married and you just don't know.
It's so hot.
It's
It
amazing.
is
You know,
hot.
she's been with her husband for literally like 50 years or something, like maybe more,
Yeah, she's like protecting him.
and like no one's ever even seen him before. Like literally.
It's like Blanket Jackson.
You know, there's like rumors, like I don't
She's
know
like,
if this
"Where's
is true,
Blanket?"
but like people say like Dolly Parton she'll just go out without all her getup and no one has any idea who she is.
She's
People
like,
say she
"See
has
ya."
full sleeves.
she's like,
Of
"See ya."
tattoos?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If I saw Dolly Parton, no makeup, sleeved up, like cigarette dive bar, but
No,
you
people
wouldn't
will
know.
see her and, like, or she'll like go through the drive-through and like you wouldn't know because like without all her.
I watched her documentary and I fell in love with her.
Me too.
I've
So
never
much.
seen it.
Oh my
Is
god.
it insane?
Oh, you'll cry.
On Pet Finder, Murphy's description
We're
said
referencing Pet Finder as Wikipedia.
her. I'm not kidding because I have
Better.
a Dolly Parton shrine in my house. Like literally, like I had
As
a
you
big,
should.
huge in my old apartment.
As
But
you should.
her description said if she were a celebrity, she would be Dolly Parton, and that's why I literally I sent Sue. I said, Sue, Dolly's everywhere.
It's
My
actually-
cat has like a little thing on her lip, so I said she looks like Cindy Crawford.
That's.
Cindy Crawford was prettier.
Do you remember when? Just kidding.
Yeah, she's not doing
My
so
cat
good.
is so beautiful.
Do you remember when Cindy Crawford was on all those infomercials for like all of the skincare products
Get
for like
that
10
bag,
years?
bitch. Get that bag.
There's something I think that is just I'll always love, like a beautiful woman like endorsing, you know what I mean, like something she does not use and did not need.
She
Like
goes, as
for her
long as it
beauty.
doesn't have to touch my skin, I'll endorse it.
Absolutely, get
God,
that fucking shit.
But it is
always.
like 23-year-old influencers being like, this serum has transformed my skin. And I'm like, your skin has barely seen the weather. What are you talking about?
What are your thoughts on the new like 12-year-old drunk elephant girls?
Oh my God. I love a sassy little bitch. I do.
Mhm.
But like the fact that it's always on the internet, it just makes me so scared at a young age. Like,
Mm.
you remember those Facebook videos you would leave on your friends' walls?
Uh-huh.
Like for that to be around, that would be insane.
yeah.
And that's just how people can track that. Like, that girl's gonna apply for a job one day.
Yeah, and are her parents
Or
like
she'll just be
regulating?
a huge fucking influencer and never have to have a job ever.
Yeah.
Those are the most dangerous people.
But all
you know?
of them would bully the fuck out of me. I know that.
I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah, I'm sucking in every time I walk past a 13-year-old.
She pushed me into a locker.
That is the vibes for sure. We talked about this a little bit, but I was really against the whole like, retinol serum on a 13-year-old and like that whole obsession. And the internet of it all does scare me, like them always wanting something new and all this, the beauty standards and blah, blah, blah. But when I was 13, I was like,
I had different.
I was sucking dick behind a Chili's. Like,
I hate when you talk about 13-year-old you sucking dick.
I don't think I was actually sucking dick at 13.
Okay.
It's more of a mindset.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. It's just a vibe. No, also like Chili's is just such a funny word to say. Airport Chili's. You were sucking dick behind it. Airport Chili's is next level fucked up.
Airport Chili's might be my heaven on earth.
Airport Chili's is your rock bottom.
I'm starving.
I couldn't disagree more. Like, I'm not. Everything else is rock bottom in comparison to Airport Chili's.
The only joy you've ever had was at an Airport Chili's.
You know what's
I'm not
crazy?
kidding.
Growing up, I thought that I truly thought Chili's was like fine dining. No, I'm not kidding at all. Like if we got to go to Chili's, that was like
I agree.
I was like, oh my God, my family goes to dinner.
But now I'm choosing Chili's over fine dining.
Yeah.
I thought a guy was
They
my
have the
soulmate
most
for a year to see
versatile
the
menu
Chili's
behind
tattoo.
fucking Cheesecake Factory. If you could only eat at one restaurant for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
A Mexican restaurant.
That's not a restaurant. That's a genre. That's a genre.
That's a genre. That's a culture. No, like a hole in the wall Mexican restaurant. Like any of them.
Okay.
That has like enchiladas.
You are not destined for a long life. Anyway.
What's yours? I feel like you want me to ask.
I want you to ask so bad. That's exactly. First of all, the only time I ever ask a question is because I want to be asked myself.
She sat there. She goes, anyone?
Cheesecake Factory. They have the most versatile menu that has ever existed. You could order literally just grilled chicken and fucking collard greens.
Do they put calories next to it?
They do.
I don't fuck with that.
They do, but why would you have to look at the menu? You can order anything you could possibly think of off the top of your head.
It's
Any
like
Mexican
it's a small
food.
world kind of how you go through all the cultures.
You do.
Yeah.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
I do think putting the calories by shit is like homophobic.
Should be
though.
illegal.
It's like gaslighting. It's
Gatekeeping, girl bossing.
It's triggering. I feel like Demi Lovato when she walked into that yogurt shop.
Dude, that shit was so crazy.
it was an intense time for everyone.
for them.
I get where she was coming from, to be honest.
Just like whenever there's a small business involved, leave them alone is my rule.
Yeah.
That's such a good fucking rule.
Like if there's you support small businesses regardless. You walk in and they punch you in the face and you go, I fucking support women in the arts, even though no women work here. I love small businesses. They burn you burn the place to the ground because you love the small businesses.
I
do
with that
agree with that.
100%. Absolutely. I need to keep that in the forefront of my mind because I could just see me getting like rogue, even on tour. You know what I mean? I'm just having a bad day. I'm in a weird waffle shop. Why did I say waffle shop? There's no such thing as waffle shops. I'm tired.
We're so fucking tired. But I'm so excited for your tour because this like
You're like thinking as you go. You're like, I'm so excited for your tour because
She's got her brain on.
No, I'm so excited because I feel like this wasn't your plan initially, and it was like I don't know how this happened.
She's like, I don't know how this happened. Wait,
But I love a natural like you found
I should be
yourself.
a big
like I never wanted to be a stand-up comedian. I just found myself there one day.
I love that about you.
But that's what I like. You guys naturally are
100%.
performers, and you did it in a lot of different forms. Also, like your TikTok performance is like right now,
absolutely.
and who can talk to the camera that long and keep people's attention?
I have to go over a minute or I'm not making any money.
Oh, is that why?
Sometimes I'll have
She's
to like
milking
if
it.
I'm at 48 seconds, I'm like, fuck, I have to start over.
You know
start,
when you're
talk
writing
slower.
You're writing an essay and you have to hit like
Yes,
1,000
word
words.
count, or like the discussion post where I'm like, I loved what you said. Yeah, literally exactly like that.
The secret to a great date, feeling confident from head to toe. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Lumi whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi is a game-changing whole body deodorant designed by an OBGYN to work not only on pits, but also feet, privates, and everywhere else we get odor. No matter where you use it, Lumi is clinically proven to block odor all day long thanks to its one-of-a-kind pH-optimized formula. And they've got over 275,000 five-star reviews to show for it. Make the switch to Lumi, and this Valentine's will be all about head-to-toe confidence. Smells like a second second date to me. Special offer. New customers get $5 off Lumi starter pack with our exclusive code. Use code cancelled at lumideodorant.com. That's LUMEDEODORANT.com. I love Lumi because it keeps me smelling fresh all day long. Whole body deodorant. Lumi is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and feet. Created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. How? Unlike certain deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. More like a pre-odorant. Baking soda free and paraben free. pH balance for safe use below the belt. Clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. 12 hours after a shower, the average person has an odor level of 6 out of 10. With Lumi, the average odor level is a 0 out of 10. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for canceled listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code cancelled at lumideodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and use code cancelled. Thank you, Lumi, for sponsoring today's podcast. Trisha Paytas really put me onto that. Like, she was like, you got to go over a minute. Like, that's where the big bucks are at. And now I'll get her a TikTok of hers on my For You page, and she'll start it with like 20 seconds of silence. And I'm like, you go, girl. I watch it all.
But I will never, ever scroll past something that she posts.
You know, I've never met Trish.
Oh, she would love you.
Hannah Berner and Trisha Paytas would feed that's girlhood.
That's girlhood. But you know what? It's not meant to be yet. I haven't hit that realm yet. And I don't, it'll
Trisha
happen.
Paytas is like ayahuasca. Like, you don't go looking for it.
No.
It's like when it comes to you, that's like, do you know what I mean?
Wait, have you done ayahuasca?
Fuck no. I'm not. Dude, my chiropractor, this is the most LA story you're ever gonna hear. I was on my chiropractor the other day and he's like cracking me. He also cracks Beyonce, which is just so funny. Like, his realm of clients.
Crack Beyonce.
He was telling me about, what Bay's spine was doing. And then he's cracking me. And he was telling me. He was telling me.
He's lying. Remind me, I have a story about that.
You should see Bay's A3. It's fucked up. Wait, I love chiropractic actually.
So much. It's weirdly sexual. It kind of turns me on. I'm not going to hold you. Not my... We're good.
It's a release.
But he was telling me about how he was in an ayahuasca experience and everyone around him started puking and shitting themselves and eating it because they wanted the ayahuasca to go back in their body.
Oh, I don't like that.
No.
I know. Yeah.
That's culty.
We have a friend who dated a girl who did ayahuasca, and then now like literally people go looking for her and find her in like the middle of the alley, like waving sticks.
I'm not stable enough for ayahuasca.
Not kidding at all. And she was brilliant. She was like a biochem major. She was I was her assistant in my sorority.
When I was younger, one of my older cool friends told me a story about taking acid and how it like repeats on her. Like every now and then she's like, back
can't
in
you
the
like crack
trip.
your back and all of a sudden you're tripping again?
I got so scared by that. I'm like, I'm not smoking a cigarette. I don't take any drugs. Like I took, you know what my ayahuasca is? Melatonin. That shit is my ayahuasca.
I can't even take it.
Up on melatonin.
I feel like I have to crawl out of my skin if I
no
take
one
melatonin.
warns you. They just like give it away.
And then your
Melatonin
dreams are
dreams?
so scary. Yeah.
I see my dead grandma frequently in my melatonin
Why do I always
dreams.
see my dead grandpa?
In your dream,
my grandpa lives in my dream. Every night my grandpa's in my dream. And he's my best friend.
Me.
And I love him.
Dude, I like...
That was the saddest thing I've heard in so long.
It's okay.
Do you have people who've passed?
Plenty.
She goes, no one cares. No one's not even checking in. Not one.
Taking their time.
Not even a nightmare.
I get all weird and existential.
Maybe you just don't remember your dreams.
Oh, I remember them so vividly. I can't take melatonin
I'm trying to get you out of
anymore,
this.
though. I'm melatonin's too. I've moved on to bigger and better things.
No, I'm like not over my grandpa's death.
Oh, no.
If we're being honest.
Podcast 4 of the day. You're like, yo.
I'm running out of topics. Can we talk about my dead grandpa?
Yeah.
No, but then my husband.
Who?
You're like confusing the
my
two.
grandpa. I'm like, wait. Both his parents, not to brag, but both his parents are dead. So I can't complain about my grandpa being dead because he goes, oh, but you have both your parents. Why don't you stop being so selfish? And
Dude,
I'm like,
does he actually
I
say
had a
that?
relationship just like that,
and he's
except
like
they were alive.
joking. Like my grandpa used to love tea. Like he'd always want to drink tea, and I saw tea, and I was like, reminds me of my grandpa. And he goes, "At least your parents are alive." And I'm like, I just want a fucking moment for my grandpa.
Clinton.
That did happen. That did happen to her.
Are both his parents dead?
No, but he was pretending they were.
Oh my God.
You know the story. Anyway.
Well, I'm really sorry what you did, Grandpa. I hope you never did a Clinton again.
You know what? You can talk to me about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to listen to you anytime.
No,
my parents are alive.
Do you think your grandma's watching you?
Can I say something horrible? Do you ever like, I have flashes of dead people I know whenever I'm masturbating. Wait. And I'm not kidding, because if they are watching.
Can I say something? Same.
It's so scary. Wait, I'm not kidding. This is serious, and I don't know why no one's taking me seriously. Because I think about it. I'm not kidding. I won't do it without something covering me. Because if somebody is watching over me, all they can see is my face.
Wait, so you masturbate under covers?
Yeah. Well, like
with a flashlight?
Well, like my face can be out, but like that's all they're seeing.
But you pretend you're not masturbating?
But yeah, I'm conscious of the faces I'm making
because
I do that sometimes
grandma
too.
could be there.
I do that. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Like I feel really seen in her.
Well, because I believe in mediums. I believe in ghosts and stuff. So I'm like, what if she wants to check in on me? She shows up in my room and she's like, oh God.
But what about having sex?
That's a performance art. I'm like,
that's Woman in the Arts. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Not kidding. Sex sometimes can feel like an 8 count. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
just like,
for sure.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel like
you have a whole bit on that, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. 5, 6, 7, 8. No,
and
how
1.
riding, like I have a whole thing about the rhythm and
Talk
how
to me. Oh, when you both get like off.
you're both off.
Or
and
she
then
said when like you're both accidentally going the same way and nothing's
and
even
he hasn't
entering.
been in you for like 3 minutes, and you're just like, that is so good. And then you could potentially snap his dick if things go awry.
I love that you looked the only man in the room dead in the eye when you said that.
That was so fucked up that I did that. I actually was looking at the camera and he happened to be there, but we're connected on that.
You're downstairs.
Can I ask him a question? Am I allowed to talk to the
I
man?
love
Yes, you are.
Is
Like
he
I
allowed to
keep him in a
speak?
cage. He has
Of
a
course,
shot
he has
collar.
a mic and everything.
What are dicks made out of?
I think it's just like blood and tissue, right? Something like that.
I think that's accurate. I asked a guy last night and he said meat. And I gagged on stage.
I don't like thinking about the fact that we are literally made of meat. Army Hammer.
Was he really a fucking cannibal?
Yeah. I think. I don't know. I heard he chews tampons.
He chews tampons.
I don't know. I've had a long day.
I feel like I would sell my tampons for money if things went awry.
I think I agree with that fully. Do you ever take out a tampon?
Oh
Yes.
no, I don't like
And
it.
you're like,
Yes, it was funny.
Yeah.
and it,
And I agree with whatever you're about to say.
and you're just kind of like, good job.
When it's intact and you're just like, that's a solid one.
Or it's like fully full, but it's kind of like pretty red. And you're like, damn, I did a good job with that one.
No.
You know what I'm
10 out of 10.
And like when you take out a tampon and there's barely any blood and it's coming out and it feels like, you know, and then you're like, that was a bad job.
Do you ever put your tampon in slightly at the wrong angle and it just ruins your entire day?
The entire day. And what are you going to do? Pull it out?
I did that for
Fucking
3
dry?
years of my life, I think.
Oh my God. You know that I used to think you were supposed to leave the applicator in.
That's
I had no
that's
parents.
sadder than whatever you said earlier. That shit was fucked up.
I'm not kidding. I'm actually not kidding. I remember when I very first started my period and I was getting tampons, I was just putting them in wrong. But so then you know how you like leak when you put it in wrong? But I thought that I just had the heaviest flow and the widest set vagina money could buy. So I kept going up in sizes. Until I was at like ultra, but I was like a virgin. And it was like, and then maybe that's why when I lost my virginity, it didn't hurt. And I'm still talking. Please stop me.
That's
Anyone
good. You
now.
were dilating.
I used pads until. Why do I feel like we're just going around saying the most embarrassing thing we could think of?
Yeah. Are we going to want to cut this whole thing?
We're like, let's see who has the most fucked up story. No, I used pads till I was 18 because my mom told me to.
I honestly get behind that.
I don't like the
I
pad
think
at
it was
all.
like a thing from like moms that used pads. And then I was in college one day and I got my period freshman year. And I was like, does anyone have a pad? And they were like, and then my friend was like, we have a tampon. And I was like, and she was like, do you need me to do it? And I
It's
was like,
probably better for you. Tampons are like so bad for you.
But
I know
just-
someone who got toxic shock and lost her
A pad
legs.
is dehumanizing to
her
me. I'm
legs,
sorry.
plural,
She lost her what?
Legs.
from toxic shock.
It happens. They have to amputate.
Is it because she left it in too long?
She she started feeling sick, and then literally like someone found her like days later, and she was like, and then
You really hit the Stephen
I'm
Hawking
sorry
there.
for the demo. But yeah, she had to have amputate her legs. I don't really
What is
actually
she
know
up
what
to
the
now?
middle steps were, but
How's she doing now? She's a spokeswoman.
she is. She really is. She
She's-
says no tampons. I'm a free bleeder personally. Not always.
Well, I do that thing where like after 3 days, I'm like, we're good.
A
Me too.
period
It's
is
like
3 days.
the
Yeah.
same thing I was saying. Like it's like I can manifest it ending, and I really think it works.
Yeah, it's like when it's raining outside and you don't want to use the umbrella and you're just like, can you stop? I'm just not
Absolutely.
going to use an umbrella so it stops.
100%.
It doesn't work, but
Yeah, blood on the ankles. But like, I'm not putting in a tampon after day 3. And that's just, why does blood on the ankles sound like a fucking like Post Malone album?
I kind of like it.
I don't
You heard it
know.
here first.
that should be your next. Oh, I'm like very invested in your music career.
That's so fucking
That should
unfortunate
be
for
your
me.
next, like if you had like an Olivia Rodrigo moment where you're like,
Bold of you to
"Ah,
assume.
blood on your ankles. I can't sing.
I think you slayed
Me
it.
either.
No,
you-
nobody
you
here
have a
sing.
good
I think we
voice.
all don't sing.
If I could undo one thing from my, no, there's so many actual other things I should probably
So
undo.
one of the
No,
things.
people love it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about all our like tour announcements now is everyone's using her songs on it. So when I
Dude.
repost it, it's like
Who fucking
without you.
said something to make you feel less than about
Hannah,
that?
are you deaf? The music, Hannah.
I don't know if I've listened to it. No, I'm just kidding. I thought it was so. You were
No, me.
young, and it was a cool, fun thing to
Hefner
do.
slays.
I think it was a fun
Hefner?
time.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
bop.
you're gonna have you heard it?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
wish I did like weird porn, like at this point, other
No.
than music. Like it just
Really?
wasn't. It just wasn't for me. I wanted a bag, and I chased that bag, and it.
Oh, so someone kind of pushed you into it to make money?
I kind of saw this was.
You're,
I started.
You're Britney Spears of YouTube.
Yeah, I've been like in a conservatorship. It was during the time of the YouTube. There was a YouTube diss track era where everyone was doing that.
Oh,
And
I remember that.
So then I entered that and then just kept doing it because I like saw the success of it, and it's just you just can't undo it. I don't know.
I did reality TV. We can't judge.
What did you do on reality television?
Oh no, I just was on Bravo. Like you want to try different ways to
Yeah.
like entertain, and then
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, I feel uncomfy, or
Yeah.
like I don't think people.
What was the show?
It was called Summer House.
I'm
And-
educated.
It's okay.
I'm a real fan.
No, I like prefer when people don't
Me.
watch it. Yeah, but also like
I'm gonna watch it all
I
tonight.
do like reality TV. I did like reality TV, but I don't.
I did. I also had a reality TV stint, and it's not for me. I think
Yeah.
that once you produce your own content and
You're so right.
you're like liberated in that, you don't ever want to have someone else.
Also,
do it
I
for
do
you.
have a
having
producer
control.
mind where I'm very, I'm like, let's make this a good show. Let's make this fun. What do
Mm.
you need? And then you're not focusing on like how people can fuck you.
Yeah, and they will every time.
And if you're an outgoing woman and you talk enough,
Mm.
They have
it's
so much to
easy.
use and so many directions
It's
they
so
could go with
easy.
whatever you've said.
Yeah, it's so easy. And like in 30 minutes, how many sarcastic jokes am I going to make?
That can be just delivered as real. Exactly.
Yeah.
I've
And now you're
talked
evil.
about this like a lot I've talked about this just a lot, but on my MTV show, they would often use shit I would say on the mic, but
Yeah.
like in the bathroom
Oh,
during the
dude.
cutaway. So it would be like a drone shot
The back
of
of my
Hollywood.
head said so much shit. It was crazy. And some of
Yeah.
it were wild lines that I'd send months later
yeah.
that I didn't know there was a context to.
yeah.
And you don't think it's drama. And then you're
Yeah.
getting all this drama for a wild line you sent in a bathroom 10 months
Yeah,
later during
absolutely.
edits.
They're like, can you say fuck this? And then
You
they
just
put
feel
it after
dumb.
like
yeah,
abortion.
You feel so dumb.
And then you're like, this is awesome. This is sick.
No, they once had me send like a where's someone, like asking where someone is, because he came late to the house, and then they played it 100 times in one episode, and everyone's like, Hannah's obsessed with him. And I was
Shut
like,
up.
I thought you were
I-
going to say he was dead.
Because
So.
but like I didn't even flirt with the guy, and then Twitter was all like, Hannah's obsessed with him. I'm like, why would they say that? And then I watched it, and I was like, you dumb bitch.
That's evil.
You dumb little
And then
bitch.
you have like a breakdown because of it. And if you keep shooting reality shows, then you're like mentally unhinged. And then they like, it's such a.
well, then you get stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why honestly TikTok saved my life.
Aw.
And Zillow, because TikTok, I was able to just I just wanted to create content that was myself.
I
And
love
if people
TikTok saved
hated
my
it,
life.
I was like, fine. But the algorithm's so fun. Like it finds people that like fuck with you.
Yeah.
I always say it's like the girls who laugh really loud and don't care.
Aw.
That's like who I want to fuck with.
that was so sweet.
It is sweet. TikTok's my favorite platform.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you're both like my entire FYP, so I feel like I'm hanging out with you all the time.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
nice, so nice.
I mean, it's both contrasting energies. She's always like in a plain room
Yeah, I just sit in
with
my
like
bed
her
all day
makeup
long.
done. Where
Skin on
you're
glow.
My makeup is not done.
you're in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Tana's always like
Hair extension on my face.
in a
Like,
private jet somewhere. It's together. It's honestly, it's perfect.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with your TikToks. I don't know if I've ever actually told you this, but I
That
watch
is so
every
nice.
single one. I wanted to do a deep dive on your TikTok on the podcast.
I don't
soon,
think
but
Go
never.
through every single one and make her watch it and be like, what was the motive behind this?
No, but you just have so many good takes on there that I think
You
we should
do.
Thank
delve
you.
deeper into. I love going on adamandeve.com and getting new things to spice up my sex life in the bedroom. Ignite your Valentine's Day this year with adamandeve.com. How are you planning to spice things up in the bedroom this Valentine's season? The perfect Valentine's Day gift for your partner is a new and adventurous toy for the bedroom. Check this out. When you go to adamandeve.com and select almost any item, you'll get 50% off. But that's not all. When you select your one item, it will also get free shipping. More than that, Adam and Eve wants to make your life easy. They offer discreet shipping as your privacy is a must. Doesn't matter how much you spend or what you buy, all will be packaged and sent discreetly for free and fast. Don't wait. Better sex is just a click away. Bring more pleasure and satisfaction into your bedroom now. So head on over to adamandeve.com and be sure to use offer code TANA. Again, that's TANA, Tana. That's Tana at adamandeve.com. Have a happy, sexy, slutty Valentine's Day. Thank you, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring today's podcast. Can we go back to masturbation for a second? I need to get something off my chest.
I was about to say that too.
Sometimes do you ever feel like you need to masturbate, but you don't want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Like an
it's
itch.
a chore.
Like an itch you don't want to scratch.
And I feel like that more often than not. Like I'm not like so turned on that I like need to. It's just more like, oh my God, okay. It's like, you
It's
know
like
what I
a
mean?
workout so you can like go on with your day.
Yeah.
It feels
Or it's
good.
like an everything shower, you know, like you can only put it off for so long and then you like you have to do it.
I do think we're better people when we masturbate. We don't go too long without it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get scared because you know how like sometimes when you do like certain drugs or something, I know you don't do any drugs, but well, neither do I.
I mean,
But like
have
you
other bad
can
habits.
have like too much like serotonin or whatever it is, and then you
Yeah.
like borrow it, and then after that you're like super depressed. I feel like if you masturbate too much, you're gonna be depressed after.
And you're like walking with a limp the next day.
Yeah.
No, I need to finish my thought though.
Oh, okay.
So frequently I don't masturbate to like porn. I just will like answer my emails.
see, that's where something bad
Or like
can
scroll
happen.
on TikTok. But then I'll get like an Alex Earl video and I'm like, this is weird. I'm not masturbating to Alex Earl.
No,
I'm
that's
just like,
when
Yeah,
you
see, that's
can-
not consistent.
You can get a weird kink doing that because you'll see something, and then the only way you're able to come is like when your accountant sends you like a W-9. Like something bad could happen with that.
Yeah,
The
that's
wrong
dangerous
wind.
territory.
No,
or just like to a show.
because you don't want to get too. You're saying you don't want to get so turned on that it becomes like a whole shebang. You just
well, no,
want to do
sometimes
it.
it's like, yeah, like I am, and then that's like fun and whatever. But sometimes
Yeah.
it's just like I feel like my vagina, like the alarm's going off.
Sometimes I have trouble.
and I just have to like turn the alarm off.
I think it's like an OCD thing, but sometimes I have trouble stopping. Do you ever like, because you could have multiple orgasms and you're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
should we just keep going?
Run this back. I agree with that.
Because
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
all or
keep
nothing
going
as well.
long as you, because it's like, it's, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's excited.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, what are we doing?
I just came 30 times. No, I get that.
And you don't even want to come anymore. You're just like, I can though.
Yeah.
But I think that's
That's
like,
comforting.
I should probably
to
talk
know.
to a therapist about that.
I guess same.
That's why I struggle with therapy. Is like I would just simply never say that to a therapist. I would get too scared.
You're
and
the
shy.
Paige. She says she doesn't, but I know she lies to her therapist.
Oh, I 100% do, and then I'm like, I'm wasting all my money.
Where I will like, I will say so. I will say everything because I'm like, let's make this productive.
Therapists can't tell anyone. So I'm like,
I know,
listen.
I know, but I do. Like for some reason,
Check
it's
this
just
one
like
out.
it's crazy because it's like right now I'm talking about it, and like you know, people are listening. But like,
Yeah.
God forbid, I tell one lady who's sitting in an office.
I've never had like a really profound therapist though.
Neither
I've
have
had the
I.
worst therapist. I like cycled through so many when I was like in my little episode.
There's so many bad therapists
What-
out there.
One
we don't
therapist
talk
literally
about
told me, she goes, I think you just need to get a new boyfriend. I was like, well, that's how I got here. So I don't think I do.
I told my therapist literally for like weeks, like all about my childhood. And she looks me dead in the fucking face, this and she tells me, I feel like you just need to hug your inner child. No shit, Sharon.
This isn't
No
a Pinterest
shit.
board.
Yeah, it was so like that was actually genuinely her only takeaway to
Yeah.
me. And I was like, who licensed you?
Also, as someone who I like ruminate a lot, sometimes I don't
Me
need
too.
to continue
Me too.
talking about the issue. I actually have to like go for a hot girl walk. Like that's
Yeah,
better
like,
than
put it to
me.
rest.
Yeah, I need to put shit to rest. And I do need to talk about stuff. Like I'll do something for 3 months and then I stopped therapy for a bit because I was like, I don't need to repeat this shit.
Yeah, like you're not even thinking about it, but now all of a sudden you're in therapy
And I
and
sit
you
down,
are
and
thinking
then like
about it all
it's
of
a couple
sudden.
$100, so you're like, fuck, I need to, and then you're like creating problems where there aren't problems.
Well, now I need therapy because I'm broke because I'm doing therapy.
But you're getting those TikToks up.
That's true. That helps.
But tonight she has a 10-minute TikTok. It's just like
I'm like, so
But you're so right. It is a cycle. Like I, at one point was just talking to my therapist about how I'm too busy and I don't say no to things. And I'm like, I literally don't have time. Like I'm stressed because I should be doing work right now and I have to do this therapy session. And then I was like, she's like, you have to have boundaries with people. And I'm like, okay, I think we should stop these. And she was like, no.
Not that kind.
And I had this weird, like, is she testing me?
Yep.
But I was literally needed therapy because I was stressed that I didn't have enough time. And
Yeah.
therapy was taking up all my time.
Yeah, that's how I like started to feel after a while. I did well. It's because I didn't feel like I was making progress. I would be down for it to take up all my time if I felt like I was
True.
learning profound shit.
You
Dude,
definitely need waves of it.
Chelsea Handler wrote this book called
love all
Life
her
Will Be
books.
the Death of Me.
I love it. I love
Such
it.
a
The only
good
book
book,
I've ever read.
It was
The only
so
one.
good. And the entire book is about her sessions with her psychiatrist.
Mhm.
And I was like, I need this person. I need this psychiatrist, whatever.
Yeah.
And I go to reach out to him. And Chelsea Handler made him so famous now that he's just doing seminars. And I'm like, God damn it.
That was the most LA shit though, to be like, I'm reaching out to that guy. And he probably lives like a couple blocks away. Or it's like Jonah Hill. He came out with that thing with the therapist.
Yeah, that was
and everyone
crazy.
was crazy about it. And then like 2 months later, everyone's like, Jonah Hill's a monster.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he probably needs a better therapist, even honestly.
I don't think you should be buddies with your therapist. That's giving, there's a problem.
Absolutely. 100% agreed.
But I would be that therapist. I'd want everyone to like me. I'd be like, I'm like fun
I'm like
therapist.
the cool therapist. Hey, fucking pop those pills. Fucking keep
I
gaslighting.
go, look, I won't tell anyone.
I would love to
I
be a
have a
therapist, like
friend.
hearing people's drama. all the
Yeah, I
time.
would. Being a therapist would be so fun because I love to like psychoanalyze and all that shit.
That's what I feel about what you guys can do on your tour. Like I do crowd work because I'm nosy.
Yeah.
Like I know, like I love my jokes, but then sometimes I'm on the road and I'm like, let's fuck around. How did you two meet? Why are you wearing that shit? Like it's actually very fast. Because where else can you walk up to random people and just ask them anything?
It's so true. We don't utilize like that enough with our crowd work. Like just asking them fucking
I know we need to,
anything.
honestly.
But it's
I'm-
hard when you're in big theaters to navigate the crowd.
So
It's a
I'm a
comedy
little
clubs
nervous
that
about
are
that because I know
easier.
we've done only literally like one theater, I think.
Yeah.
And now this new tour is like almost all
theaters.
theaters. And it is a different energy because they're not right there.
I know you feel like you're on a Broadway play.
Yep.
Because the stage is so big. It's just, yeah, it's not as intimate feeling. And it is different, but you'll get used to it very quick.
The only theater show, she was like literally like pink, like in the crowd like this. It was crazy.
I got bold. I was in fucking seat like 35B, like
but
sitting
then
with the people.
I'm on the stage like
Yeah, we didn't have a rhythm.
everyone's like, Brooke didn't say one word. I'm like, fuck.
It's like Paige famously doesn't ever stand up during the show, and I'm all over the fucking stage, just like skipping, doing the worm.
That's so
whatever.
funny.
And Paige is in her perfect outfit,
She's just
sitting
like me for
there.
real.
That's so us. I'm like angry pacing, like gut out, like not like no posture.
I'm so fucking bloated by the second show.
Dude, absolutely every single time. I'm bad with that. I need to fix
People-
my posture. I could be
Me
as
too.
tiny
and
as a
it-
needle, but I
it's camera
sit,
from
like,
every fucking angle. The amount of stories that I get tagged in, I'm like, oh my god, I have to
Well,
die.
everyone tags you walking out, and you realize that's the moment you have to be like,
You're so right. I
That's
need
the
to
only
get better
moment.
at that. And it's also like my outfit choices. I think this tour I'm going to take it easy. Like I don't need nobody's tie up fishnet eyelet lace dress with stirrups.
Well, it's like it was so many shows, so I just started getting lazy with it, and it was like a tank top and jeans. But then I'm like, why am I in front of thousands of people in a fucking t-shirt and jeans?
No, but because the outfits are different when you're performing. And that's why I think if you think about women in comedy, historically it's the worst fashion because either you're like, I don't want to distract with the crazy outfit. I want to be comfortable on stage. I want to be able to walk around, and fashion doesn't always mix. But then you don't want to be in a fucking sequin blazer like every female comic.
Yeah.
So I deal with that all the time, and people will make fun of my outfits, and I'll be like, I put on
try
a
it.
blazer because I was fucking bloated and I didn't want to wear the dress. I'm wearing these shoes because my feet were killing me because I've been on tour for 3 weeks wearing
who fucking
heels.
cares? They're not on stage.
It's true, but I want to find something that like girls feel comfortable with. So you kind of find like a Steve Jobs type thing. That's why
I said that like my uniform. Literally.
I was wearing like a tube top with cargos in different colors for a while. I did have an Amazon dress that Paige made me burn, a black dress that I wore and she was like, you can't wear that anymore.
that is so us coded.
I do though. I have like a uniform. Like
Yeah.
I'll wear different variations of the exact same outfit.
Because it
always.
works.
Because I'm like,
And you don't know
it's
what you're
just
gonna be in
I
the
like.
mood for that night. Like, you plan an outfit and then the night comes and you're like, I'm not wearing that tonight.
Yeah, at all.
I'm not in an orange mood. And everyone's staring at your crotch the whole time. When you're and
Why would
stand
you
up,
say that?
when you're standing up, no, when you're
I'm like, oh
Why
no,
would you say
I had
that?
a thought I've never had.
you fucking sabotage us. No, when you're doing stand up, I just feel like your pussy is like in everyone's mouth.
Whoa.
So like I that's why I'll wear like a baggy pant or like a skirt.
Mhm.
I don't want to be
Yeah, you can't be
sucking
camel
in
toed up.
the whole time. I mean, I don't mind a camel toe if you own it.
Camel toe is really like, it has such a negative rap to it. Camel toe's got a bad rep.
Yeah, why don't guys think it's hot?
Yeah, why doesn't everyone think it's hot? I'm into a camel
Yeah,
toe.
we like the gray sweatpant, like dick print.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does camel toe mean, that you have like a certain shaped pussy?
Oh, here we go again.
Trigger warning.
Oh, Matt Rife is so mad right now.
No, he loves the camel toe because honestly, I think it's the innies that struggle with that.
With the camel toes.
Yeah.
Also, Khloe Kardashian was like kind of the queen
She's
of the
famously known
camel
for her
toe.
big fat, she says it, her big fat camel toe situation.
Every time I comment on a Kardashian, I get no brand deals.
No,
for a
she
month,
loved
so
it. She was like, she owned it. That was like her brand for a little.
No more of that for me. Do you know yesterday, or when I went on Howie Mandel's shit the other day, he was asking me all about the Matt Rife like vagina situation. I was like imagining myself 10 years old watching Deal or No Deal.
Thinking
and I was
Howie
like, Howie
Mandel
Mandel's
was gonna be
asking me
talking
about
about my
Brooke's
literal
vagina right now.
vagina.
And I was like just trying to explain the lore to him, and I don't think I could get through.
Yeah, I got
Was that
tagged.
like
I
a
didn't-
note from his producer that he like
No, it
didn't
was
fully
actually-
read through?
I think he was genuinely curious, which
he
makes
did
it
it on
even
another
funnier.
podcast too. I was like, this is kind of. I just choose to ignore the. Honestly, that was one of
strange.
those things that you said, like what we've done today, where you say it just being funny and like it
Yeah.
becomes something that follows you.
you're so right.
People
You
are
never
commenting
know.
like Audi. People are like beef curtains. I'm like, that what?
That's wild.
Like you're
shit.
picking it up off the floor.
I know,
that's
like I can
wild.
tie it in a knot, and it's fine. You know what? If I could, amazing.
Tying your pussy in a knot would be sick as hell.
I know.
Just saying.
But-
Also, like, let's not all walk around acting like we have like we don't all have uneven pussies.
Yeah.
I say this every single time, but it's just like genitals are weird in general, and I don't know how we've gotten to a point where we are like critiquing genitals. Like, who cares?
Yeah, but then I
So
I
long
accidentally
as-
became this like spokesperson for
The community.
Audi.
I,
It was
and-
a true accident.
but you know what? People don't talk about it, and I think there's probably girls who have been shamed for it before, and then they see you, and they're like, "She's so confident and beautiful and amazing." And I wish I had a pussy like Brooke.
Well, it was just crazy because I've never like
That was not a joke.
Some of the
I did get a good amount of DMs from girls being like, "Oh my god, I was so embarrassed about it," but I truly have never been. I've never even thought about that.
some of
ever
the
in life.
hottest people,
No.
like Audi vaginas, are just as hot as any vaginas.
Because it's like flowers, and sometimes people want like a beautiful flower.
I couldn't agree more. I don't understand. I was going somewhere with this. Now I'm just thinking about your vagina.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you're-
I'm so glad. So are way too many people, to be honest.
It's hot. You have a good puss.
Yeah, it's great. Honestly, I think about like now. I'm thinking like I should leak my nudes. Not kidding, because I'm like I need people to know it doesn't dangle to my knees. But like honestly, but then I'm like, now that I'm this spokesperson, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it does dangle to my knees, and if it did, slay.
Do you know John Hamm, how he has that photo of like his dick while he's walking? There's like a paparazzi photo and his dick looks huge. That's how I envision you do a paparazzi photo with just like two long cucumbers down your leg, and everyone's like,
just a flap on each side. Oh no.
No.
How do we get here?
How do we get here? You're talking about Howie
I
Mandel.
don't know, but it's
I
way
mean-
too many minutes on my vagina.
I think
by
you
now.
should just go sit down on Howie Mandel's podcast, mini skirt, open your legs, and say "Deal or No Deal, motherfucker." That's just me.
Well, he was just trying to understand why there was drama around it, or
Yeah, I think he was just really confused.
Yeah.
the whole situation.
he got lost.
And it's like Howie Mandel doesn't age though, by the way. And I like
Mhm.
forget that he's like almost 70.
Mhm.
What?
He's like
Probably because he's never touched anything.
I know. He put his arm around my shoulder and I
He did?
farted.
Oh my god! Don't tell him that. He'll never have you back.
I didn't know what to do.
Speaking of vaginas, I do have to say I like speaking on stage to like make people feel less alone about stuff. So I started this, speaking of bald men, this bit about bald men and how I'm jealous of their like beautiful bald head because I wish my pussy was that smooth.
It's
Because
real.
I had like really bad ingrown hairs for a long time because I was a tennis player and it would just like rub.
Yeah.
And then I have like dark Italian hair and it just was like a night. I would go to the beach and I would be embarrassed.
Yeah.
we're back to us just saying things.
Things that we're gonna
Guys, I have something else. But like, I want to normalize
Like razor burn.
and then like ingrown's like an ingrown hair. What is that? You have one job, be a fucking hair.
Yeah.
And then it decides to like
I agree with that fully.
unibomb down.
Yeah.
And then people are shaving and then
I started angry tweezing. Like if I get an ingrown hair, I'll just and it
Oh,
hurts
yeah,
so
I'll
bad and I'm like
dig
screaming
in.
over my puss.
and people don't talk about it enough.
Yeah.
And then but I do recommend laser, except once I got my perineum burned.
What's a
the heck is a
perineum?
perineum?
It's like between the
Did you just
the
call
booty.
a fucking gooch or a taint a perineum?
I thought it was
Pop
a
off, Bill
perineum
Nye.
for a while, which is actually a flower, like your pussy. And no,
I'm never gonna escape this.
no, I talk about my uneven labia a lot. I talked about it on Trevor's pod.
Now I want to like
People lost
pull
their
mine
mind.
out and measure.
Like guys, like men.
Yeah.
Anywho,
You know what's really funny is what did you say? I hate them.
She just goes, anywho.
Oh. DraftKings Casino is bringing you only the best. Classics like blackjack, roulette, and slots, plus exclusive games you won't find anywhere else. I love DraftKings because I don't need to go all the way to Vegas to play some blackjack. Download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code CANCELLED. New players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code CANCELLED only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per new customer. Must opt in and make minimum $5 deposit within 7 days, 168 hours of registering new account. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days, 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/new player offer 2024. When we were
cut.
downstairs and you started talking to me, and then when you were just talking to Aaron, I had the same thought that I like you so much because I'm a girl, but if I was a man, I would be like, I just know you rip men like a new one frequently. Like you might be the president of humbling men. You might really be the president
Wait,
of
that's the
humbling men.
nicest thing anyone ever said about me. But you know what it is? I think it's because I do love men. And it's like, I'm not just out here being mean. I
think
love,
you're really curious
I like
about
to-
what's going on.
I like to build them up and break them down and build them up. And it's a kink for me.
I think it's also like when I notice myself loving men too much, I have to like run that back and like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And I think humor is such like a male kind of thing because that's like we get guys from being beautiful and guys get girls from being funny and smart or whatever. So when I can out funny a guy, it like changes the power dynamic. And I think
agree.
I like that.
Oh, you're like big dick in him.
I agree
Kind
with
of
that
like that. But then I
100%.
also like being like, but I also can be like nice sometimes,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like,
Occasionally.
you can't put, I don't want people to be able to put me in a box. So the second he's like annoyed, then I say something that like makes him be like, oh, she's cool.
All they need is a little validation.
The men at my shows, they're starting to like enjoy it too much because they like attention.
Yeah.
So it's backfiring a little. Like more men are showing up to my shows. So I have to figure something out.
What kind of
I know
audience
you
do you
will.
think you have? Like mostly female, or is it like kind of mixed?
It is crazy how I'll go from Fayetteville, Arkansas to like Seattle, Washington, and I'll have the same type of crowd. It's crazy.
What is
I
it?
love
It's
that.
all just like, I'm biased, but it's just like really cool, smart, good looking women and boyfriends scattered throughout. And like one zaddy that got lost.
I love
One
that.
older man that got lost. It's the same every show, and the girls are just like the best.
I
Yeah.
hope
But
the
it's the
zaddies find our way to
algorithm.
our
do you
show.
do you ever get the like bitter dragged boyfriends?
Those are my favorites.
Yep.
Because
I
they
agree.
show up and then I win them over, but I like through torture.
Yeah. I got a little too comfortable like really shitting on the dragged boyfriends that I know there were a couple shows where they left like pissed.
Yeah,
man.
because you want them to still be in on the joke. Then that's like the weird thing with crowd work, because it is funny to just be mean. Even in general podcasting, like I try to not use being mean as my humor. 'Cause
I
it's
know.
That's something I had to
it's
unlearn.
so easy to be mean and get likes, especially talking about other celebrities, just being like, yeah, they fucking suck, or like,
Yeah.
yeah, they look fucking stupid. So and I think because I've gotten that attention myself, where people be mean to me, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that to people. So it's kind of like,
Well, I've had like times where I'm at a stand-up show or something, and someone gets like called out and made fun of, and there's nothing positive about it, and then I just feel so awkward after that because I'm like, oh my god, that person probably feels so embarrassed and horrible.
You're just a bully on stage, and like everyone's laughing because they're not getting bullied, and that's not the vibe I want.
But I think I would die if I like paid to go see somebody and then they just were mean to me and nothing else.
No, it's horrible. Like I could look at people and just be like, you look fucking stupid and you look fucking stupid, but that's like actually like hack to me.
I agree with you 100%. And I've had to really like dial back on that. I think I had an era where that was like, because it's low hanging fruit and people were doing it to me. And but my problem, I think, is like, if I went to a show of my favorite comedian and he cooked me up and down, like I would love it. Like I do have a weird mean kink.
Yeah, I guess if like Theo Vaughn called me like fugly, I'd be like, oh my God, I want to fuck you so bad.
Well, because it's how they do it. Because you already like them. Yeah. But if it's just like a random person being fucking
you're
douchey.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, you're like, go fuck yourself.
That's true.
Yeah, but and crowd work is a lot of like, asking questions and it's contextual. Yeah. It matters who it's coming from and why. Yeah. But I have the mic, so I'm in control. So it's fun.
When you tour with Giggly Squad, do you guys do like crowd work then?
We do sometimes, but we have this thing like we'll bring dudes on stage.
Talk to me. We need help.
We'll bring dudes on stage.
We just steal her whole show.
I will. I highly recommend bringing guys on stage because they don't want to necessarily be there. So it's like fun.
And everybody's like,
if they're too excited to be there, it like ruins it.
That's a fun bit if we brought one of the boyfriends on the stage at the end and was like, what did you learn?
That's funny. That's funny. So I do some like hand on the street shit with the guys. And then we do Q&A because a show is not a TED Talk. Yeah. Like it's actually a dance. It's really an experience between them and you. Like they're so part of the show too. So yeah, it's like you want to put yourself in everyone's shoes. Mm-hmm. And also like I get bored with myself talking too much.
Yeah. And that's the point. Like if they wanted to just watch the podcast, they could just watch the podcast. I feel like that's the fun, is it being interactive.
It's a party. Yeah. So it's like, what keeps the energy up? And that's how we try to like get the show measured. So wherever there's like low energy, be like, okay, let's switch this so it stays like high. And we just have and like if you have fun, they have fun. That's my 2 cents.
It's so funny because we've asked everyone under the sun for advice, people who tour, people who whatever, and everyone's like, just go out there and kill it. You're the only person who's actually like not sending us into this world tour blind. And I appreciate
everyone's
you
like,
so
just
much.
Be yourself. I'm like, first of all, don't know who that is.
That's loaded question.
Wait, what?
Because it's so different than a live show is so different than a podcast. Yeah. It's completely different. But also when you remember that like, people don't get to see you physically and it's such like a rush and it's so fun, then you're kind of like, we're all here just like partying. Yeah. And keeping it up and having a good time.
I know I shouldn't be like so nervous, but like, because we literally already did it. But I think it's just like so scary because this one feels so much bigger.
It does feel bigger, and I don't think it's necessarily at least for me that I'm feeling nervous. It's pressure. Like when people pay to come sit down and watch you, like I want to give them
the best show.
That's exactly what it is. I just feel like guilt almost. Like if somebody leaves and they're like unhappy with it, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Especially when you put your all into it.
But also like you guys did not trick anyone to buy tickets. That's what I try to tell myself. Like you didn't force people. This is not a multi-level marketing scheme. You didn't twist their arm. They wanted to see you and you're going to give them your best. And that's like the mindset you have to have.
And you have to remember that it's, especially on Reddit and especially like on Twitter and like all that shit, it's cool. It's attention grabbing to say I went here and had a bad experience. Yeah. And even if you absolutely give it your all, you do the entire time on stage, you're telling shit that's not on the podcast, you're telling your deepest, darkest secret, there's going to be someone occasionally,
always going to be
occasionally that, wants the attention of, and I'm not saying that's every case, but
there's also the thing with, if you have that mentality, it's like stand up. Sometimes they say like, don't focus on the one person that looks like their arms are crossed and they don't want to be there. You can't go in being like, who's the one person who wants to shit on me on Reddit? Yeah. You have to go in with the mentality of like, I hope as many people have fun and I can't control the little things.
I'm like, you know what? I need to just get off. Seriously.
No, for sure. Well, you know your mental health and
I know, but
they say it's like a car crash. Like you want to stop your car and look at it. Yeah. But like, did you need to? Mm-mm. Especially if you aren't the one in the car crash.
Do you ever have a hole in your underwear and your vagina is like kind of hanging out of it? Like,
nope,
slightly?
Not me. Mine doesn't hang anywhere.
Yeah, hang was crazy after that whole talk. But
what if you YouTubed a labiaplasty?
I could, but I don't even think mine's there yet. Like I think it's
love
like
yet.
I think because I think
What,
it's like your
literally has
vagina
an
like
innie and
ages.
and everyone's been saying
Yeah, what if I've just been like made like I just wanted
That's
the
fun.
attention. I know a couple girls who have gotten it, but like I think it has to be like really out for you to. Well,
What are
no
they-
one has to get that.
no one
but
has to
What
get
do
it.
they do? They cut?
They literally cut it off. We know a girl
Oh,
like
you don't care about
you know a girl.
vaginas.
You know
I feel
a
like
girl
it looks
very
like-
well who did it. Like
I know who you're talking about actually.
But
what
I
is it,
just- it's like, why?
charcuterie board then after? Like I don't.
yeah, well
I'm just envisioning prosciutto.
they just turned it into a tiny little coin slot butt crack.
I would want to like keep the rest as like
Put it on an earring.
I saw this girl on TikTok take her boyfriend's like dread and make it a keychain. And I've been begging my boyfriend to do that, and he won't.
Your
say
boyfriend
yes.
doesn't have dreads.
No, but like his curls. Like I want to like. He's
His
had braids
bro dread.
before.
Cut it off.
braids are not dread. Wait, okay.
Just a
Oh,
lock.
I
yeah.
like that because then if you break up, you could voodoo him.
Yeah. Are you into that? Like witchcraft? Like would you like?
I
well, guess
support
you're
it.
married, so.
I support it.
I stand with.
I
witches
stand
everywhere.
with the witches for sure.
I think that shit is so cool.
One more thing about pussies is that things are trendy. Like, what if like next year it's like every porn star is the girl with like Audis in different ways?
Our like favorite porn star, like one of our good friends.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm not kidding. You could put us side by side and it's identical. And I'm like, why doesn't anyone say anything about
Nope.
hers?
Because Audis are beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I
She
think.
has the best vagina ever.
She has the.
I don't have
she's
any
literally
friends who are
perfect.
porn stars.
Really?
Yeah, they're not in New York.
Oh man.
Yes, they are, but the New York ones are so like grunge and different.
And she's on too.
Yeah, is she?
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
She's
I
a slay.
need to
She's
make
a fan of the podcast.
I
Love
need
you,
to.
Miss.
What's her name?
And she's
Oh,
like,
I
she's
know.
got huge natural tits. She's literally
She's the
perfect.
hottest person alive.
She's the perfect.
I'm in
person.
love with her.
And she
It's
made
getting
a
weird.
she made a pocket pussy, like she like literally took a mold of her vagina,
That's
and
what
guys
you have
can
to
fuck it.
do.
So honestly, buy hers.
That's what you have to do. You
I
have to
would
make a
love
pocket
to do
pussy.
that. I would love to just do the mold of it all. I
maybe,
don't want to sell
maybe I
one,
do
but,
have
like,
to do that so that I can like kind of clear my name. Honestly,
I would love nothing more than to mold your puss.
I think I'm
be a
gonna do that.
collab.
And make it a
Maybe for
statue.
tour merch.
That's it's incredible.
I think it's a process.
You
a
know,
bigger
like
process
George
than that.
O'Keeffe would do paintings of flowers, and it was like
Thought she was
really
gonna
cool.
say JoJo
What a
Siwa.
reference!
Should I
You should
commission
have a commission of art, and that would be like,
so down to
day.
paint that.
I support vagina.
Have you guys ever had a seizure? Either one of you?
No, my friend did. She like loved attention.
Fucking big meat.
That's something I would have faked as a kid for attention.
No, I mean she actually did love attention, but afterwards it was so scary. It was like
Really?
I think she was taking a certain medicine that was mixing with the wrong thing, and it was like so dangerous.
Oh, that's terrifying. I had a dog that had seizures. I know that's not the
like
same
multiple
thing.
times.
Oh, all the time. It was so sad.
Your dog was an attention seeker.
She was.
She's like, I'm hungry.
What happened? Like it would just look like someone was like zapping.
And she just would all of a sudden just like seize. It was so sad.
That is really sad.
baby.
Rip.
Hazel.
We inherited
know-
her from my dead grandpa.
Speaking of rip of dogs, I was talking about this yesterday and it just like, it came to my mind. I haven't talked about it in a long time. Do you know that I had a childhood dog? Her name was Lily.
Cute.
And she was so cute. She was a Shih Tzu. She was such a slay. She was there for like all of my life.
And
And then she was such a fucking slay. Lily, that bitch. I could make her sing and she'd go, "Arr."
Oh.
And she got like a cold or like some sickness that is like very much like you take it to the vet and it's like fine, like a cream or like you know what I mean? I don't
Mhm.
remember what it was.
Oh, and your dad put him down.
My
put her
dad
down,
just
huh?
went and put the dog down and came home with like groceries. Like, yeah, I got milk, I got eggs, and I put the dog down. And I was talking about that yesterday and I was like,
That is so
that's the
traumatizing.
root of all your problems.
I was
It
just
is.
gonna say, like, I was thinking about that yesterday and I was like, that had to have fucked me up more than I'm like, do you ever think about that? Like, I feel like shit didn't fuck me up. Like, genuinely. I'm like,
I feel
like, I
that
was
way.
really sad at the time. Obviously, I like sobbed
Yeah.
and like revolted and like,
No, I have
of
shit
course.
that happened to me that's fucked up, and I'm like, you didn't fuck me up.
Me too, but then something like much like smaller, if you're like really thinking about it, will like tear my life apart.
And then is
That's
it
like dating
manifesting?
guys.
Like I had no issue with
Like
my
a
parents, like literally
1 week
snorting
situationship
crack.
will fuck you up so much more than a 4-year relationship.
100%.
That's so true. Like a man tells me to chill and I'm scream crying, but it's really about like Lily and dog
Yeah, that's the
heaven.
thing. I think a lot of like what because I was like that too. I was always like, people would be like, you're not affected. I'm like, I really wasn't. But then now it's like reflected in like the way that I act and handle situations.
Or like
Yeah.
the real trauma, you like create good coping mechanisms. Wait, this is adorable. Coping mechanisms.
It's like
so
Bigfoot
like
and a
you're
little
not
girl.
you're not like dealing with this straight on and you know how to deal with it. So when little things happen, you're not getting coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
I just saw a really traumatizing documentary.
Talk
what was
now.
it?
It's called Chowchilla. It's actually not a good documentary.
Chowchilla?
Chowchilla. Did you see it?
It's like when all the
documentaries
bitches
you have
after Coachella that were starving to eat. Sorry.
The documentaries people have to watch is Mother of God. What's the one where she turns silver? Mother God. It's really fucking good. This woman leads a cult through the spirit of Robin Williams. It's
I would fall every time.
You have
I would
to
be in that cult.
watch Mother God.
I'm
And
watching
then
it tonight.
American Nightmare just came out on Netflix, which is about kidnapping. It's
I just
really
watched that.
fucking good.
I just watched that.
Those are
Because Gone Girl is like one of my favorite movies, which
Yes.
says so much about me. But
But it is a high, amazing movie.
such a good movie.
This is a documentary. What documentary was I recommended?
Chowchilla.
Oh, Chowchilla. It talks about these children that got kidnapped at a young age, and they ended up getting found, but they ended up using these kids as research of like what childhood trauma actually does to you. And they try to say the kidnappers shouldn't be arrested for the rest of their life because there was no physical harm. And they basically followed these children. They were like 6 years old when this happened. And it shows them like at 45 with like serious addiction problems and like suicide and all this stuff because of a 6-year-old kidnapping. That was super traumatic, but they try to argue like none of the kids got hurt.
How interesting. Have you seen like this things where people get kidnapped and then they want to stay with the people who kidnapped because it's like that's all they know. That's
Stockholm?
their parent. No, but not even in like a I guess kind of.
Yeah.
But I've seen like someone who got kidnapped, but the parent just raised it completely, raised the kid like completely normally as a good, amazing parent. The kid was in sports, everything. Like they just couldn't have their own kids. And then like when the parents found him, the kid's like, "This is my mom. Like I'm staying."
It's also a coping mechanism, so you don't have to admit like the fuckery that went down.
Just God, imagine how. Have you seen Three Identical Strangers?
No, but I need to watch it.
It's so interesting. Have you? It's like literally 3 triplets who like randomly find each other in like later in life, and it turns out that they were all separated at birth, like adopted into different families of different socioeconomic like
backgrounds,
stances, so that they could measure like how differently they grow up, but they all had exactly the same
Was it a
qualities,
test?
same hobbies, same everything. Yeah,
like a social experiment.
Yeah, but the kids all ended up going to this, or 2 of them ended up at the same college. And they like ran into each other and were like,
You look
"Huh?"
just like me.
And then it was on the news. And then the third one was like, there I am. And so there were 3 of them, and it was like a whole thing. But they all like had a lot of trauma.
The
because of
birth
it.
parents did that as an experiment.
Well, the mom had given them up, and she didn't know that they were separated.
oh,
And so it was the agency that she had like given the kid, like they decided to do that, and they'd come in like months apart and like ask the kids questions and stuff as like an experiment, but nobody knew.
Oh my God.
It's so crazy. You guys have to watch it.
I totally
not
understand
sleeping.
though, having 3 kids and being like, actually never mind.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
being
oh my
pregnant
God.
and like it was like, I think it was like a one night stand, and then
you
it's
have 3
triplets.
Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if I want to have kids.
completely understandable.
Wait, I
Long
think
story
that, well, you have a lot of time.
No, I think I am gonna have kids.
I would love for. I just think it's like
You
I
would
could
have
picture
the
you being like
funniest
a boy
kid.
mom.
Our kid is gonna be so fucking sarcastic and annoying. Like we joke our kid's gonna be a monster.
yeah.
Like so that's but like in the cutest way. But like
Yeah, you have to have
sassy.
Yeah.
Always have a
absolutely.
little response. Like, what did you say? Did you talk back to mom?
I know I'm gonna get like a Northwest, like my own punishment. You know what I mean? Like my own humbling.
what happens.
No, I'm gonna get a Northwest too.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. But it's our learning journey. What does Kim say? She's my lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
If my mom
That's-
called me a lesson, I'd ruin her.
No, I know. It's
That's
pretty-
like you can't say that.
and then the other 2 are not lessons. She's like, and they're perfect.
Well, but I mean,
I know she's like, Shy is my little.
think about how
princess."
Northwest is like, sup, ugly. Like, to
Yeah,
her
yeah,
mom,
she's like,
I
"You look
feel
so fucking
that's my
stupid."
lesson. I'd
She
be
goes,
calling that kid some other
"Northie,
shit.
We don't speak to people like that, Northie. You go, shut up, bitch.
I love her.
She's
My
like,
emphysema's acting up today. I don't have emphysema. I'm sorry.
you just like saying emphysema.
I love saying
It's
emphysema.
fun. I like saying emphysema too.
You guys.
I've got to
Is
stop
everyone
saying
okay?
words. I've got to
No.
stop saying words that I don't know on this podcast.
I can't-
we should
I
do a
can't
word of the
spell
week.
emphysema.
Where we learn a word and
I'm
its
with
actual
that.
definition.
I'm with that.
and then we use it in a sentence properly.
It's just like there.
Yeah. I used to have like a screensaver that was like that, and I was learning a lot.
It's good.
The good old days.
Now it's just Reddit notifications.
I know. I'm not stimulated enough. I think I would be a lot smarter if I just put my time into things that mattered.
Dude,
Like reading.
couldn't agree more. I was
She
like,
goes, tomorrow, I'm reading the dictionary.
like at night, how I just like, I get like so high, I'm on a nebula, and then I play like Cut the Rope for like 2 hours. Like,
They say getting high adds to your anxiety. I'm sorry. That was so fucked up to say. But I'm trying to spread the word of Jesus.
I wonder. I don't know. I mean, maybe it does
For sure it does.
sometimes.
That's
but
just what I
sometimes
heard.
it's just, I don't know.
I get panicked. I get paranoid.
It does make me really anxious. But some people get like so used to it. And then it starts being like,
It's
Actually,
strange
I
how
don't
it can
know
have like
enough
the
about
complete
it.
opposite effect. Like some
Yeah,
people do it
sometimes.
for anxiety, and some people it gives anxiety.
yeah.
Yeah. For me, I like really, it depends on the strain. And I know that sounds like such like, it depends on the strain.
No,
and I
that's
used
The
to
fair.
other
never
day
do
she
that.
told me, she goes, yeah, and I was like smoking flour, and I was like, what did you say? She was
Yeast.
like, she's like flour, and she's like, everyone says that. Nobody says that.
It's like when you're actually smoking like actual weed, it's called. Everyone says that, Brooke.
Tana's
Yeah, maybe in your circle.
I fear she ate.
I fear she like this too.
She ate. I fear. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that.
That's
You're
what the
not.
kids are saying, bro.
I'm really. I've noticed. I've always noticed this. We've talked about this a lot, and I'm gonna just sound like a broken record if I don't really act on it. But like, you are who you surround yourself with, and lately, I just
We're learning. We've been eliminating people.
yeah. Like America's Next Top Model. I'm like, I have 9 idiots before me, and only 8 of you will make it to the
No,
next.
Paige and I always talk like getting older, you have just fewer friends each year in the most like beautiful way.
Yeah, and it's great.
Because your energy is everything.
You know, I thought about it the other day because I was thinking like, if I were to get married right now, who would my bridesmaids be? And I can tell I haven't met a couple of them yet.
No, I love that for you.
You know what I mean? Because
I feel like girls try to have more girlfriends because they think they might have boyfriends. Like if I get married tomorrow, I need enough bridesmaids. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
at all.
At
I'd have
all.
2 before I have some bitch up there that I don't want.
No,
Absolutely.
literally.
But I know I can tell, like in my head, there's like 3 empty slots that I still need to fill.
and then
like,
you're gonna pity give one to someone who thinks they're gonna be a
I think
bridesmaid.
I can tell, like I know that like
I
some.
love that.
Well, if you think about it, like I have friends like right now that I've met only in the past couple years, and I can't imagine my life without them. Think about how many
Yeah.
people you're gonna meet like next year, the year after that are like forever.
You're right.
I
Like
agree
when
with that.
it's like that's how it is with relationships. Like you meet someone, you're like, I fuck with you, and that's how it is with friends. You just
Yeah.
like immediately know.
yeah. I was thinking the other day, like my boyfriend said something about like had I met him like a long time ago, and I was really thinking to myself like, I wouldn't want you to meet me 2 years ago, like at all. Like I care about you so much that you know what I mean? Like, and
I
it's
want to
gotta
protect you from my former self.
Yeah, not kidding at all. Like you would have hated me, and you deserve better than whoever that was. And like same thing with friends, almost. Like I feel like like I had friends for certain eras of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, there are
and-
friends that
for
are
sure.
literally
I'm not
4
ready.
phases.
Well,
Yeah.
I think in your 20s you have your party friends,
Mhm.
which like that fucking fades real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're phasing those ones out
Because
now.
then you like
yeah.
when you need them, they're not there for you, and then that's the bigger friend groups have the most drama
Yeah.
because you all feed off of the good gossip, and then
Yeah.
there's,
should have seen our group chat this morning.
like that is but that's like your 20s. That shit is fun. I love how I'm like, I'm in my elderly 30s, but like it's true. And you think that you're weird if you don't have a lot of friends. It's a thing. It's like, oh, people
Yeah.
like me. I have a lot of friends. And then you realize, oh, more friends is not necessarily good.
Yeah.
And then that whole like rap shit, like keep my circle small. Like I fuck with that. Like I identify with whatever Drake says. Like I think that shit he is my Oprah.
I get that.
I agree with that.
I forget who said it to me one
Drake
time, but
is my
someone said
Oprah.
travel light through life. Like, and it was as applied to like literally having too many physical things.
Yeah.
But I feel like it that way about friends
Especially
too. I'm like,
when
I
you're
can't.
a chaser, like when you're a dream chaser, the more people who are in your ear about shit is sometimes so negative. And like
Yeah.
it can make it's like
Yeah,
if
because
you-
I'm also easily like I
Yeah.
listen too much.
and
Yeah.
you know deep down, like also that's your 20s. Actually, Taylor Tomlinson has a funny joke, like you don't have a gut, like you're still skinny, and so you have nothing to listen to in your 20s. But like you start to get a gut, and then you start like you listen to your gut, and you start feeling psychic and shit. Like
Yeah.
you start being like, I knew that person was off. I knew that wasn't gonna work. And then your 30s, you
Need.
cut the. Where your 20s, you're researching.
Yeah.
Your 20s.
Oh my God, I can't wait
Trial
to do
and
some
error.
stupid shit and be like, I was researching.
It was so
That's what I called dating. I was researching.
It's so real.
I was researching hockey players. I was researching. I was researching,
researching
chlamydia.
barbacks.
I was really researching chlamydia for real.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it. Normalize chlamydia.
Do you know Tana's the only one in the room who hasn't had chlamydia? Well, actually, I've never asked Aaron.
You fucking prude ass bitch.
And the problem
That
is
we
it's
know
just
of.
not even that. It's not. I think that you know what I think I haven't had minuscule STDs, and one day I'm just gonna get hit with a honker, and I'm gonna Magic
One
Johnson my
one
way
that
to the
sticks.
Cancelled podcast.
It's okay.
Do you think kind of like your outie vagina thing that Magic Johnson one day was just like, I have AIDS, and then like, you know what I mean? Like it just like do you think
Did you
Magic
just
Johnson
compare it to having AIDS?
No, but how he's like the spokesperson for
I think
AIDS.
she
Like,
did.
Do you think?
Oh,
do you-
like I just became like the outie.
Like, do you think Magic Johnson knew that he was gonna be like Mr. AIDS like forever?
Is he Mr. AIDS? I didn't even know he had AIDS.
What? I don't
didn't.
even know what he does. Does he play basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just promise that not even one more time it comes back to my outie
You
vagina?
brought it up just then.
No,
You
she
literally-
did.
I know, but we were done and you brought it.
No, I brought up chlamydia.
I think I'm not gonna fight.
Stop pointing fingers.
We're not gonna fight. But I brought up chlamydia. I'm just kidding.
Anywho.
I promise.
Anywho's my word at the day.
I love it. That's how you transition everything.
I don't know. I have a lot of like
Anywho.
little grandma sayings that I've been saying lately. Like I'll be like,
You always have said ready spaghetti to
ready
me, and I love
spaghetti.
that
Well,
about you.
I got it from my grandma. My
Ready
grandma always said like
spaghetti.
little, grandma things.
Yeah, but I love when you say things like that. I think it's really cute.
It's wholesome.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Can I just say, I think, and I might be going out on a limb here, yo, but this is
Okay, keep going.
I don't know. I just say shit. I think this is my favorite episode of the Cancelled podcast to date.
I honestly really love it. I think it's because like you said when we walked in, it was just like so delirious.
So we're all so tired, but I've literally described it as like, you know, a long day and you're like, I'm not going to talk to anyone. Then your friend FaceTimes you and you're like, okay. And then 3 hours go by and you're like, okay, that was really fun.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. That's the vibes right now, and I love it. Like
I
we've
feel
never
so bad
touched
for
feet
poor
on the
sweet
pod.
Trevor.
No, you guys have like
I
connected.
know. You know what was so sweet was when she tied her shoe and then she came back.
I did see that.
Come back.
I feel like it's like when a couple gets a threesome for them to like spice up their own relationship. That's what just happened.
That's what this is. You're my favorite guest. You really are.
Stop. I love you guys so much.
Like I just
love you because we had no reason like to connect and it just happened.
No, we had a reason. Are you kidding? I saw you posting your cat.
we had no reason.
That's literally how we like. I'm not
Like
kidding.
we-
I think I DM'd you and I was like, I love your cat or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Not kidding.
I don't- I swear to
slid
God,
in.
I
I
have
slid
no
in
idea
Hannah's
how we
DMs.
met.
I don't know.
Like you just showed up one day,
You
and I was like, I
called
hope
me
she
one
never
day.
leaves. Like not kidding at all.
And then I've just been like following you guys on social media, just being like, oh, those are my best friends. They're in LA.
I'm not actually kidding. I feel the same way about you. You're such a big inspiration. Everything you say, I swear to God, you are my Gandhi.
You
Oh my
are.
God.
You're really trying to be like comedy adjacent these
I
days.
want to be just like you, Hannah Berner. I want to wear your
Shut
skin.
the fuck up. I fuck with you guys so much because you're both comedically so good.
You're
you
so
really
nice.
That
are.
is so nice.
And you're so funny and you're so yourselves. And I love your friendship and I love
I just love you. I really do. And like genuinely, I appreciate how much you've always acknowledged us in comedy and stuff because I think that's where we want to go completely. Like,
Yeah.
I love all the influencer shit and whatever, but like I hope I'm doing stand up when I'm like 50, and
Oh
that's
my
why
God.
like someone
Eventually,
like you
I already
really-
told her I want her to be my little coach because I keep talking about it. My thing is that though it feels so different to me than like what we're already doing for some
So
reason.
different.
It isn't that it is
no, it
different.
feels so different.
It's so different.
But it's also intimidating with like the traditional space. But like
Yeah.
you guys are the next like comedy creators. Like Whitney Cummings and I were literally talking about this. She's like this next generation of like hilarious YouTuber podcasting. Like that's the next generation. And for women, like you're not going to comedy clubs at midnight every night. Like that's not. It's just like weird dynamics.
But I feel like comics like don't take that seriously. I feel like they resent it kind of because it's like I had to do
Except
all
for the
this.
two of you though.
Well, no,
Like,
but then when you eventually do get on stage, but you're selling and you're doing your hour and you figured at the end of the day, it's not about who respects you. It's is the audience laughing.
Yeah.
that's so
They
true.
decide if you're good or not.
That's so true.
And also comedy, let's stop taking it so seriously.
Yeah. True.
It's
just like it's
if it made someone laugh and it made them forget about their problems for a second, like I'm happy.
You're so smart.
Wait, I'm such a fucking cornhole.
No, you're perfect.
No,
You're
I
absolutely
loved
perfect.
it.
How
I
long
love
have you
you
been in
guys.
LA? Not like this
For
week.
36 hours.
36 hours.
For how long have you been in LA?
No, just this trip. This trip.
This trip, I got in on like late Monday. So Tuesday went. No, got in late Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I leave tomorrow at 7 a.m. to go to Reno.
Oh my
For
god,
sure.
you're
Reno's
hitting it
such a
hard.
sad place.
I know.
Oh my
It's a
god.
casino. I'm doing a
Yeah.
casino gig.
Yeah,
And then I'm going to Lake Tahoe for the first time.
that's fun. Lake
Ooh.
Tahoe's beautiful.
And we're going to Aspen for the first time for shows.
all
Wait, how fun.
Lake Tahoe and Aspen are beyond kind.
I literally booked it so my husband would come because he likes to ski, which is,
Aw.
don't get me started about skiing.
Talk about it.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love for you to talk about
I have
skiing.
so many thoughts. And I'm an athlete. I'm a Division I athlete. Skiing, and I didn't grow up skiing. So
Just breadcrumbing the
I just,
whatever.
I don't
Fuck you.
understand the art of skiing because, first of all, you can't win at it.
Okay.
What are we doing? Then you're just going down an icy hill, possibly to die, and then you don't even get a gold medal. You just have to like do it again, and you're freezing.
You feel the
and
same
it's
way about
expensive.
snowboarding, obviously. Then yeah.
Yeah, and skateboarders have like and this is for skateboarders have an attitude problem. Skateboarders are like, "Ugh," and I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you overcompensating for?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm always like, don't skateboard towards me. The only board I want coming towards me is a charcuterie board. And so I don't fuck with skiing, and it's freezing.
Yeah.
And then like I can't tell if you guys are on my side or not yet.
No, I'm fully on your
I've,
side.
I've never even seen snow.
I've never agreed with something more in my entire life. I'll get into it.
But I just feel like the girls are getting tricked because like the aesthetic, and then the guys will be like, oh, let's go on a trip skiing. And then you go, it's fucked. I broke my hand skiing last year.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is there's too many like people who've snapped their femur for me to feel like that's something I want to do.
It's not worth the high of like going down the mountain. Is not worth like what could happen.
I
And it
absolutely
looks so safe.
It looks
It does
so
look so
fun
safe.
and cute, but also it's fucking freezing. And then if you're scared of heights, you have to get on these like,
And you just jump off.
you don't, it like brings you back down. But like there's just so many things that for someone who likes that shit, I totally get it. But I feel like the average person rolls up like, let's do a ski weekend. And then they're like in their nightmare.
Yeah. No. I will never ski. I don't need my legs on two separate things.
I
like
think
that
it's
as
just
well.
something I want to be good at to be good at. Like, well, maybe that's like the need for validation, but I want like a man to think I'm good at snowboarding.
No, that's what I did. My husband, like, you should stop pretending to like things for men when you're married. I didn't.
I'm learning.
He made me do lessons in the morning, then I get lunch, and then I have to show him what I learned. And I love this shit. This is my king because I'm like, I'm athletic, like, love me, daddy. And then I just was like, this is not fun for me. And
At all.
I can't do it anymore.
And you're like a bitch by the end of that day.
I cried the whole time.
Yeah.
I
Well,
cried the
then
whole
I'm never
time.
going because I trust your judgment.
No, for sure. But you should go and like, yeah, get hot chocolate. Maybe
I wanna
that's
wear
what-
the
maybe do a
outfits. I wanna
bunny
take a
hill.
pic.
Yeah.
You don't have to. And also, this is the fucked up thing about skiing. To control the skis, you have to lean down towards the hill. So,
Don't
but
want-
you naturally want to lean back because you're scared, and that's how you fall. And then the most fucked up thing with skiing, look at me just trying to cancel skiing right now.
do it. You're doing
I'm
it.
not- the most fucked up thing is that there's no way to safely fall. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's why everyone breaks their
Like
little
snowboarding
legs.
can be on like your butt.
exact. So like skiing, once you hit a curve or something bad happens, you leave it to God. You just hope that you fall the right way. Like I fell on my hands and I broke my hand. You just hope you don't hit a fucking tree.
And snow
See,
seems so sweet. And then you're breaking
So
your hand
sweet.
on snow.
And then
That's
we
the
were
thing. I hate the
adjusting the
fucking
trees.
snow.
Why would we? Who was like, you know what would make this more fun? Having trees there that people could just concuss themselves into.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. You will
Then there's
never see me on a
bears.
pair of skis.
Bears.
Didn't like Gwyneth
Yeah, I'm not
Paltrow
going.
or someone like hurt someone on a ski?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
didn't
funny.
she
But
like
it was
run
iconic.
someone over and then she like sued? Wait, what was
He
that?
sued her for like hitting him a little. But yeah, everyone's skiing together, so we're all fighting for our life and trying not to hit each other.
Suing someone for that is so
It's just crazy, but I will say, like, if I got hit on skis and it was like Steve Jobs or something, I'd be like, I'm suing this.
this scratch is gonna get infected.
100%.
absolutely. We'll call that the iPod Nano scratch. Like that's insane. That is, I feel that. I think the snow is so fucking stupid. I will just say, you'll never see me. I will die and you will never see me on a pair of skis or
No.
any of that.
And I want to
And,
let you
like-
know that your gut is right.
and I know that, dude. So I'm dating this guy right now that all he does is he's the most athletic person I've ever met. Snowboard, surfboard, skateboard,
Yeah.
and he's like, babe, try. And I'm like, no. You're gonna surf, and I'm gonna park my ass in the sand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch. You're gonna snowboard. I'm gonna have a hot chocolate and
You
watch.
have boundaries because I'm a people person. I'll be like, I'll learn and do it with you because I want to
try
girlfriend.
everything.
But I just get hurt and I cry, and then it's
Yeah.
everyone's problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know I'm not gonna be.
You make it everyone's
Absolutely.
That's one thing about me. If I get hurt, I am not keeping it to myself. All of our days are ruined.
Everyone's day's ruined. Like. Completely every single, and it's like, and I'm just gonna be such a mean. I get really mean when I'm doing something that someone's teaching me to do that I don't want to do. That you're making, and everyone.
You should have
thinks,
seen me putting her on a horse the other week.
I get really mean.
She
I'm
almost killed herself.
serious.
Yeah.
The last time I tried to ice skate, I like made 3 people cry. I'm not. That's not a joke.
You turned into Simon Cowell.
Worse, like, because it's like, I think people have this complex with me where I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And they like beg me to do it. And then they think they're going to win me over. And then I'm so stubborn that I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to make this hell for you.
Yeah.
You wanted to fucking try to prove a point. Absolutely the fuck not.
I think
for
at that
you.
point she starts being bad on purpose just to like be
Yeah.
right.
Well,
Even if she's
I
having
agree.
fun, she's like, I fucking hate this.
I honestly, like, I'm not even going to disagree with you. I just think that like when I say no, I don't want to do some shit and someone gets me to do it, unless it's like some chill shit, you know, like painting.
Yeah.
But like if it's like when the
Yo,
when the
can people paint
physicality
more?
comes into it, like
Can we paint more?
I know. I
Like-
bought watercolor paints. No one wants to do it.
What you will? You didn't ask everyone. Sounds like
I brought it up the other night.
Nobody asked me to watercolor paint.
No one asked me.
I asked
I want to learn to play tennis. Maybe you'll be my
Oh,
tennis.
I'll teach you
coach.
guys tennis.
Tennis
I've
is
been
sick.
watching.
I'm
I've been
not-
watching Breakpoint on Netflix.
So good.
I'm so into
Tennis is. I could get behind
Tennis is
tennis.
so-
Feet on
Which
the
is so
ground.
annoying because when I was a tennis player, it wasn't.
Really,
it wasn't
We
cool.
needed
But
like
I feel
Sophia
like teaching
Richie.
somebody to play tennis is just not fun because like if you suck at it, it's just like what's the fun in this?
No, but I love teaching people because then I feel like you're indebted to me forever because I gave you a talent.
that is exactly.
And then you
right.
feel connected to someone like no other. Like if I can get you to understand how to do something and then you
That's
can do
so
it and you
true.
have fun with it, then you look at me and you go, she's a god.
Yeah,
I
that's
fully
true.
agree.
I also come from a family of teachers, so I love teaching
Really?
people. Yeah, my grandpa who died, he was a gym teacher. He's basketball
and like
coach.
a chill one. I never had a good gym teacher.
He was that kind of gym teacher in movies that was like getting kids out of jail, putting them on the basketball team in Brooklyn, New York in the 70s and getting them to like graduate school and like have
That's so
confidence in
sweet.
themselves. Like he was that
Aw.
guy.
I weirdly got chills.
No, literally. I'll
Like,
cry talking
I hope
about
you
him.
know that your grandpa just moved me, and if that makes you.
Grandpa Jerry, shut up, Jerry. My husband would be
Just
so
take a
mad at me
melatonin
right
tonight,
now.
you'll
What the
see it
Hannah?
again.
Stop.
He's like, so you go on Cancelled and you talk about your grandpa the whole fucking time.
We need to get down to the husband. Do you think he's jealous of your grandpa? Do you think like deep down it's like the love and adoration and like
He's like,
missing him?
you only like one older man.
yeah.
and it's me.
Do you think maybe that's why you wanted an older man to emulate?
Maybe
I
you were
wanted an
filling a
older
void.
Possibly. I wanted an older man because I like respected his mind.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
really
I-
fair.
peanut brains are just like you get bored with them eventually.
That's true.
That's true. I haven't respected like pretty much like the last 10 people I've been with.
But you know what? Sometimes that's like to protect yourself. Because if you respect them, that means that you have to be like vulnerable.
I agree.
Yeah. And
I
you might
agree.
not want to do that yet. You're not ready.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
so.
You're
either.
protecting your
Every
heart.
time I've ever respected someone, I got so much trauma out of that shit that it was like,
No.
God damn.
No, I know.
Let's-
That's why I would go for emotionally unavailable guys because I was emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
And that was fun for a while.
I'm in my
I'm not
first
having any
like
fun.
relationship where I respect someone in a long time, and it is scary.
It's scary.
It's like
Like you
know,
care about their opinion.
Yeah,
You ask for their advice.
yeah, and you want to be like so good that it's like that's scary. too.
You feel empathy towards them.
Oh my god, all this shit is crazy.
Unhealthy.
Who would have thought? I agree.
Empathy is not it hurts bad. You know what we should do next time we do Cancelled? We all take a melatonin.
Oh my god, do you know
And
I almost
go-
pitched that we like smoke weed or something before this
I-
episode.
Imagine
If
we all
I
did like
was fun
mushrooms
and
or something, like
cool-
how much we already have laughed.
Because it's like late. It's like, I mean, East Coast time. I'm still on East Coast time. It's like 1 a.m. for me.
No, it's 10:51 p.m.
We're
Oh, wow.
This is us partying.
Not kidding, and I love that.
And isn't
I
this,
love that.
if we had been in a bar right now, we would not have connected like this.
At all.
Mm.
I'm finally fully out of my party phase. And it's like
Really?
the first couple times I went sober too, I was still trying to do those things. And it was like,
But like be sober at those things. And I was like, this is not a
This
good
is
recipe.
a perfect way for you to transition to be sober because you're going to get a crazy high from performing. And you do feel like you're socializing. You're like, let's get cute. Let's play some pregame music.
Yeah.
Go out, see people. You'll get that high.
Yeah.
I'm bad at the social, keeping my battery as batteried without drinking, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'm still like working through that. And it's like, I said this, I know that whenever I'm sober, it makes me realize the shit I don't like. And it's really nice to just cut it out. And like that, like I've just been saying no left and right to shit. Fuck your
yeah.
birthday.
Fuck
your
yeah.
fucking
Birthdays are made up.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. No, the parties, like the party,
Oh, yeah.
like
Also, you're
birthdays
not-
and shit.
Don't tell yourself you have FOMO because like you've already done it. You've had that night 100 times. And also when you have a boyfriend,
I agree with
it's
that.
different.
No, but I've realized that completely. We've talked
Yeah,
about that a
FOMO
lot.
went away. I'm like, I always think like
I have
I
no
will
FOMO.
have the chance to do this again.
Do you know what I remember in my 20s? Those moments where you don't want to go out and you force yourself to go out. Your 30s, that's like not a thing.
Yeah, I'm
Which
like,
is-
I'm good
I'm
at not
30
doing it
for all
now
I
because
care
when I
at
get
this
there, I'm
point.
like,
Yeah.
I should have stayed home. And now I believe myself.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not going to have fun there. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is just like, listening to what you want to do.
You're literally
beautiful.
Tony Robbins.
Listen to what you want to do, period. Slay.
If you did a TED Talk, I think it would be the most amazing thing.
Should I do a fake TED Talk that
You should, like, a
actually makes
parody.
no sense, but really confidently and see
Yes.
who's
Ooh.
like, this is
People
the
do that. A lot of people
I think
do
that's
it.
just every
You know how
man
many people,
ever.
like,
I was
how many
literally gonna say about
motivational
Rife.
speakers just like fucking make things up and everybody's like, yes.
Yeah, like you could just take a Pinterest thing, be good looking, and like market it the right way, and people are like,
And
they
just
are a
filler
guru.
words.
They're
Hella
a
filler
guru.
words.
You just have to be like a little charismatic. Honestly, it was between like life coach ripoff and stand up comedian. I'm glad I took that path.
Yeah, that's fair. That's really, really
Because anyone or cult leader, a little bit of charm and humor, you could be a cult leader.
I'm
I'm
starting to
joining.
think that cult leader is like
could be
my
stand-up
future.
comedian.
I told her I feel like I would fall into a cult really easily. Like the sense of community.
I agree with you.
That was so beautiful.
No, I really mean it.
I would fall for a cult because I like am trusting.
Mm.
But I don't like too many group activities. So I'd be like, actually, I don't like hold hands.
That's why I would
Do you
fall
think
for a
there's
cult.
ones with like less responsibility?
I would never fall for a cult because I'm actually like really close with my mom. And like the second
She
thing they
wouldn't let that
do is
happen?
they say, you can't talk to your parents. And I'd have to call my mom and be like, hey,
Uh-oh.
they said I can't talk to you. And she'd be like, absolutely not. I'd be like, my mom says I can't.
My mom
not
said
talk to
no.
her."
My mom said I can't
My
come.
mom's that bitch who would save me from the cult. Like I'd get in, then my mom would have to show up and be like,
What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
save
is
my
this
daughter.
shit?
And
Yeah.
she'll be like, Hannah, what the fuck was that? And I was like, I got confused. The guy was tall. I don't know. Cult leader was
Fuck, you're
tall.
so funny. You're so good. I can't believe this is your fourth podcast.
Yeah, you slay.
Like you just sat here and absolutely devoured. You just came here, took a shit on this couch. You're about to fucking leave. You're
Bitch,
Hannah
it's
fucking Berner.
chemistry. It's the chemistry, it's the energy that you guys provide to
But I
the
know you were
space.
this good. You do this to everyone. That is one thing I know. You make everyone feel as at home as we feel with you, don't you?
No. I want everyone to like me, but I don't like them back the way I like you guys.
But I
That is
oh,
so
but I
nice.
just what?
was that fucked up?
No, I love that.
No.
I don't like anyone. But well, yeah, I do.
You're a cat.
Yeah.
She just thought of one person. She goes, actually, my
I
grandpa.
don't really have that many people I don't like, but when I don't like someone, everyone knows about it and I make it everybody's problem.
Yeah,
Like poor girl, she has like 3 friends that I like despise and I can't ever let her hear the end of it.
it's okay.
Is
I
there like a
understand.
legit reason they did
No,
something? to
never
you?
that.
Oh, okay.
There's
So she doesn't have to pick sides because like
It's a
there
vibe.
was there
It's a
isn't
vibe.
a
I get.
side.
It's me trusting my gut.
So they don't have beef with you.
No.
You
Well, no, yeah,
no, but you in your heart of hearts.
know that
No.
they're
And do you
destined for.
Do you
I
think
think
they're
I have
going to be
people like
wrong for
that.
her eventually? Like she'll
Mhm.
find it eventually.
Well, because like one of them just fell off for her, and I'm like, yes.
Oh. But you're saying this like they didn't just fall off for you a couple months before me. It's not like it's been like a year gap.
No, I've hated this girl forever.
oh my god, yeah, we have to get drinks and like
the
Please,
fuck?
I
You
want.
won't
Yeah, I
fucking
want to
listen
hang
to
out
me?
for real, where
we
we
need
can
to
really
full
say
names.
names.
I want social security numbers. I want all that shit.
Oh, I'm so fucking down. I will
Because
air
I don't
out
know
everyone.
anything about the LA peoples.
But I think also like even all like the influencers or people I could tell you, hey, I'm really trying to transition out of that. I want my friends to be in comedy. I want my friends to be people who can give me business advice that I want. I want all of that. Like you know
I
what I
have
mean?
mostly
So
like
right.
normal friends these days, and I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Like,
All of
just,
it.
like, yeah.
That's
just
good.
yeah, like just the whole influencer scary LA
No more
world, like,
talent,
yeah.
except for you.
Yeah.
And like talent's a strong word.
Talent is a fucking strong word.
Yeah, it's a strong word.
that I
Yeah.
use on you.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
I love you.
You guys just
you.
flirted a little. It was hot.
We did.
Yeah.
She gave me a look up and down. I said, "Hi."
Have you ever been lesbian?
No, which is so insane.
I just heard
It's
you say
so
this.
surprising to me for some reason.
No, because I'm so gay. Like I'm the straightest gay girl ever.
ever.
I'm just like I've just always all I care about is like walking a room and dudes. Like
Yeah.
I can't help it. And I feel like I'm gonna die and never know what it's like to hook up with a girl.
A gun to my head is Hannah Berner munched box. Why would I say munched box? That was
Nobody
about as
knows.
I
flour
know.
That nobody
And I'm
knows.
like I'm an athlete. I've had like best friends who were gay. I love the gay community.
You do give me gay, pretty gay energy. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, definitely I think masculine what's it called? Characteristics.
Yeah.
But no, I just never like emotionally cared about a girl or like had a crush on a girl.
Yeah.
But I mean I want all the girlies to love me.
yeah.
But
Right.
like
I love how you're saying this like it's like a horrible thing.
it's like
not- I'm,
it's
like-
not cool to not be gay.
I think yeah. I
Like in New
understand
York
where you're
City,
coming.
it's like
You're straight?
Don't
Yeah.
tell people that.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
But yeah, I love lesbians
Mm.
because I think that they've paved the way for straight women in stand up, in politics, in so many things because they don't care
That's
what
so
men think.
true. It's kind of
Yeah.
it was kind of like a medium.
For sure. And I think I am
Except for Ellen. You're a freak.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
fuck
I'm
you,
just
Ellen.
kidding.
but she did still like
Yeah.
push the boundaries for stuff. And I think
Yeah.
Just kidding,
it's
Ellen.
not a coincidence I'm in stand up and I have male characteristics to myself because it took kind of
Yeah. I mean, it was
not
an
giving
entirely
a fuck in a way.
male dominated industry until I mean, and it still is in so many ways, but like I feel like the last like 6-7 years is like the most that you could even
Yeah.
say.
I like to
You
say
know.
that my kink is disrupting male spaces.
Put that on a shirt.
So
Put that
I
on
don't
a
even know
bumper
what that
sticker.
truly means, but that's what I want to do.
Me
We don't
either,
know what
but I'm gonna
anything
start
means.
But
saying
it sounded fun.
I'm gonna just start saying that in like. the
I just
most
like going to
random
places that women aren't welcome and being like, "What's up?"
I agree with that.
And then like
completely.
it works out. Like it's just like pushing the boundaries
Yeah.
a little.
I agree,
Because women can do a lot of cool things.
and all men should die.
You're so inspirational. That sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't.
Aaron,
I
you
love
can
you
live.
guys.
We love you.
I
Hannah
love how you
Berner.
go one more second. Do you eat long lip pussies?
I'm gonna kill
I definitely
myself.
have.
He cut out every long labia joke, all the callbacks, and that'll be great.
Just joking. I'm owning it. That's it's my Magic Johnson.
There has to
AIDS.
be some kind of like cute merch that says something like
We're
long
trying.
lips.
We're trying. Well, tagline was God left the tag on when he was saying it negatively, and we kind of want to reclaim it and make some merch.
Is
So
he gonna
we've been
sue us?
trying.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk
What
to
the
you about.
fuck?
Just
well, like,
bleep it.
God, we can't
Just
stop talking
bleep
about it.
Bleep
Oh.
his name.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Who? That's funny if just in that
Yeah.
whole sentiment right there, it's so clear, but we
Yeah.
bleep it. That's funny.
We start calling him Mr. DC again.
Yeah, we honestly should. Hannah Berner, I love you so much.
I love you.
Thank you for even like being willing to come here at 10 p.m.
No, this was so fun.
and you're my favorite person.
Because I'm not going to
ever.
see you guys till May unless you come to New York.
or you come to some shows.
Or I
We
come
should
to
try to find
shows.
some crossover.
Or we vacate. We go on
Yeah, let's go to
vacation.
Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Not kidding. I would absolutely.
Would
love
you
that
pick me
more than
up?
anything. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
right on the way.
I
And we'll go skiing.
I jump
Right
on the
before.
ladder.
We gotta let you go. Seriously, poor thing has
I
been on
love you
4
guys.
podcasts.
She loves saying poor thing. You're the cutest old lady. You're my grandpa reincarnated.
Aww, and that's why you love her. Thank you, Hannah Berner.
We love you.